Hey there, guys, gals, fans, and pals.
Hey there, guys, gals.
Of course, I forgot about that because I'm very good. I'm very good at being a Twitch man. Okay, good, great. Welcome back to another episode of Captain of Industry. I'm your host, JohnMegacycle here. It is just physically miserable where I'm at, so I might need to take some extra breaks. I do apologize if I do. Just man, it is muggy. It's so humid. It's something. Today's Tuesday, so I went to go get my normal coffee from Ye Local Coffee Shop. It's a non-megacorp business. I like to support them, and their AC's dead, so I had to walk an extra bit to get coffee, and I was just sweating the whole way. It was gross. But here we are, ready for some captive industry. So like I said, if I got to take an extra break or two, you'll know why. You'll know why. So last session, we got this cleaned up finally. It is finally cleaned up. It's all tidied. Everything from gold to sand to rock, everything's cleaned up and everything here. So that was a really big improvement. Also, I started to work with different kinds of rail types. Not types, but like... I wanted to see if there were some ways we could get better rail throughput without having to mess about too much. So I tried to identify some of the routes that were more commonly hit. So leaving this station, I thought it'd be better if this was raised, so it wouldn't interfere with stuff going in, right? That I want an in and I want an out dedicated now. What I was building were, these intersections, because I was aiming for compactness. Compactness was the key. The land was tight, there wasn't a lot of room, so this was necessary. Also, we had significantly less trains. Now we have more trains. And I'm trying to do little stuff. What's another example? This guy right here. If this guy knows he's going south, and this guy knows he's going to the right, they can do their own thing a little bit earlier than before. So these no cross blocks make perfect sense as to why they're necessary, why they work, and how they work, but I need more room in the intersection. So that's the deal about that. I've also tried some stuff like this, that if something is going to the battery, it can leave early in this same regard. So I removed the branch that goes to the battery. Again, trying to thin this out a little bit. This either goes... I said, like, this goes to the right, so the steel and the copper should get, like, first priority. So this comes in and it becomes its own thing as well. I don't know how much of this I'm going to pull out further. I kind of feel like more might be necessary, but I don't know how much of that I want to do right now. We've been still moving forward with terraforming and solar panels and a bunch of stuff like that. We were out of limestone, so we're getting some limestone going on. I was working on a design late in the session. It was this. This just pounds out Mark II or Level 2 vehicle parts. And the reason for that is a lot of our trades are actually these vehicle parts. If we just hit Level 2 vehicle parts, we can get iron, we can get quartz for sand, we can get oil, and we can get luxury goods, which I'm not even using. Really, imported goods. I'm not even using them. But there's a lot we could do. So one of the things I wanted to prioritize this session, I called this one Space and Science. Space and Science. Yeah, I did. Okay. I want to double check that. So we're going to work on as much science as we possibly can. This is going to get all the boosts. We're going to turn you down by 1 and you down by 1. Okay. We're going to get rainwater yield done. We're probably going to get one more research done by the time we get to getting nuclear stuff. Now, what I have is a whole big mess of gold ore. Yeah, I have a ton of gold ore. I don't have uranium. Uranium is going to be a far stretch for me to get to. Let's see, where's this train at? At station. We are not doing anything because why? The stone train isn't here. Only if all modules are full. All modules are full. Good stuff. I like it so far. Where are the stone trains? This just the stone trains. I wish there was a search thing. Reading is hard. Stone. Oh no, it's called rock, isn't it? Ah, dang it. I keep thinking it's called stone. It's not. Yeah, it's called rock. Okay. Arrival conditions are not met. Okay. RM Stone Load 2. Which is that? RM Stone Load 2? Meaning there's a train on the way? Where are you at? There might be a train on the way. Waiting for a free track. Waiting for a free track. That's hilarious. That's absolutely hilarious. Get out of here. Yep. Okay. Yep. That's funny. I wonder how long that's been just completely and unabashedly borked. I genuinely wonder. Why, wonder why she ran away, and I wonder where she will stay, my little runaway. Old music. That's all that is, just old music. Okay. This... I don't want to do this. We'll just go right there for now. Thank you. Okay. No. Nope, that collides all over the place. Alright. Probably hence our prior problem in the first place. Like, it just collides everywhere. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of work on to pause. Yeah, like that. I'm gonna trim this down. Okay, it gets the whole thing. I don't want the whole thing. How about something like that and like that? Good deal. Let's Unity clear that. I guess, yeah, we started... This was still on... We were still doing 1.4s at this point. Yeah, I mean, that makes perfect sense as to why that would happen. A little more? There, that's what I like. And now this... Is it shift? Yeah, okay. That's... Oh, hold on. That's what I want. That is far enough. Perfect. Awesome. Okay. Oh, that splits out just fine. Nope, I just want this little guy. Thank you. Oh. Thank you. Okay, now... thank goodness I've got some Unity left over. That should handle that without a problem. Now, what's your deal? Arrival conditions are not met. Okay. Is it because we have space for 2 and we have 3 trains? Where the heck in the world and the place and the thing? Here we are. Rock. Yes. Is an issue. Nedved, good afternoon. Sounds good. Have yourself a wonderful day. Stay hydrated, please. It is so weather bad. No good. Please get some hydration in ya. There we go. Set it to 2 trains. Easy stuff. That kicks off. Mining operations resume. Okay, that's all fun. That was all kinds of fun. Okay. We're low on crude. That's fine. Do we have hydrogen? The answer is yes. I don't care. Low supply of wheat. I changed a few things before. Copper ore is bad. Hydrogen is high. Corn is low. What is your deal? Yes, we already talked about that. Okay. So. Science. What do we... Oh, I'll need some sort of uranium. There's no avoiding it anymore. What I do want to establish before I get any further, though, is this. The reason why I want to talk about this is making vehicle parts... Level 2. I have already 2 trades here and here that require these bits anyway. What I wanted to do was have just this. These are just stations that do the trading. but I kind of also want it compartmentalized. We do all the work. So all I'm really doing is I'm bringing in the resources and I'm pulling sand out, right? All the work is done here. It's very nice. If I want to change one part of the factory, I can. But I guess what I'd like to do is I'd like to set up these stations to receive the vehicle parts. And then we just have them. I don't need to do any of this localized, because one of the issues is there's a lot of little trucks here that have to run freight all the way to these 2 extra locations. And then if I want the crude trade, that's even more nonsense. It's just a bunch of running around I don't really want to do anymore. You know what I could do is, before we finalize this and do this road thing, I could pull this out a little more to add a 3rd train. I don't know if I want that. There's so much flexibility with how you lay out in this game, and it's a little difficult sometimes to be like, yes, this is the right way, because there rarely is the right way. What I wouldn't mind, yeah, keep going on this. Keep going on this until you've reached the end. And then when you've reached the end, what we'll do is we'll switch over to something else, some other project. So, let's go ahead and do the thing I want to do. I did the math, and I think this is going to be enough for both things. We can easily ramp it up and make it more or less or whatever, but I think this is good enough for both things. So if I slap this down, let's see here. I could actually get rid of a bunch of these things. That's not needed. That's not needed. That's kind of needed. Yeah, we could trim up some space here. Yeah, it is just really nasty today. Excuse me. Did that say low supply of steel? Okay, well, let's take a look at our... Oh, there's one coming right away. So why aren't you... Okay, someone else is arriving. That's the gold one I sent like an hour and a half ago. The claiming system is weird because I thought this guy would have skedaddled already, but that's okay. You should go now. Nope, somebody else. All right. I'm not too sure how it does, like, queuing. Because I kind of figured it'd be like... TTD maybe? Or Factorio maybe. Like, when there are several trains that hit an intersection, what happens is they queue. So it's like, one train shouldn't be stuck forever if 8 other trains are moving through. If that first train arrived earlier. Right? That's kind of the idea. It's weird. Good day, Orbital. How you doing today? Hope you're staying dry? And cool? Dry and cool are the 2 states of being I always want to be. Still? I thought you finished that already. You better do it now. It's not going to get any cheesier. Well, it's only going to get cheesier, maybe. Okay, you stopped. You stopped because that guy's there. How are you going to do this anyway? Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Pray to anybody. It doesn't even have to be Dark Lord. Yeah, when it comes to that kind of a thing, I'll just Rolodex whatever deity I feel like. Not that I've got them all on speed dial, but it's like I'm not bound to any specific dogmatic rules or anything. I had to work yesterday, so that was out. Yeah, it was even worse yesterday, too, so I'm kind of glad you didn't. It was gross yesterday. You probably got the storms, too? I don't know if you... I don't know how it went. If you got the storm action we got last night. It was absolutely bananas. Yep, absolutely bananas. What was I doing? I blew my nose, and then I sneezed, and I blew my nose again. I forgot. Yeah. Oh man. Oh, that means it's probably really wet, isn't it? Then that's sometimes even worse. Yeah. Yeah. For now. For now. Okay. This guy gets built. This is probably the best I could do for space. And then what's ultimately going to happen is the product... Excuse me, I am all hiccupy and burpy and all this morning. I do apologize. Vehicle parts are going to go there. Oh, wait. No, I lied. Never mind. Boop. You're coal. I thought I had a spare dude. You. Oh, but you're hooked up. Oh, okay. This is all going to go the other way because I'm going to make it flat. No. Hold on. Something is borked here. No, there we go. Okay. No. It's not borked. Unrestricted 1, train limit 2. Yeah, you're going to be... vehicle. Oh, wait. Right. That's not going to work. And if that's going to work... something, children of the corn. I get it. I am Ranger Park, the park ranger. I get it. Not enough fuel to refuel a vehicle. Are you serious? We're on the high hydrogen hog. The 3 H's of excellence. We're on the high hydrogen hog. You get, what's this one's too full? And that means this one is also critically full. You get the hell out of here. Telling me fuel is too, can't refuel a vehicle. You get out. Seriously. How the heck? This is full? That means all these ships are full? Everything is full, man. You figure that out on your own. I'm not helping you. That's where we're at with that. That's where I'm at with that. Okay. Next is, this is going to be paused. We're going to do 1 train. You are going to do... It's under here. Unit. Vehicle parts mark 2. You are loading. Very good. Okay. I had to kibosh my setup, but we do have some other ones that are already set up for flat, right? Yeah. We does. We super duper does. I'm gonna grab up to... it doesn't matter. I'm gonna grab up to there, give it the old flipperino. Paste it real good. You know, like... It's something with the supports or something. It just does not appreciate my brand of comedy, which is fine. Alright. I don't know what the issue is here. Yeah, okay. No, that's correct. Yeah, in, out. This is in. Oh no, this is out. My bad. Yeah, it gets split among the 3. Okay, so there's that. Alright. Good. Oh, man. My beard is ridiculous this morning. I just feel like it kept all the moisture from the shower. Then I got all cleaned up, ready to go to my favorite little coffee shop, and then it's just like, you want me to hold more moisture? It's like, no, I don't. I don't want that to happen. And it's like, I'll just hold this moisture here for you. And I'm like, no. And it's like, it's no problem. And I'm like, it kind of is. Okay. It's this guy that gets burped. Burped. You are nothing, and nothing you shall return. Wonderful. What's your problem? Yeah, that's what I thought. You just needed someone to tell you to do the thing. Okay, very good. Very, very good. Very good. Unit storage level 2. You are always going to request vehicle parts 2, something like that. Please don't take. You can deliver said parts, which I don't want you to do anymore. Don't want you to do anymore. What I will do later is I'll set up an import and export route to ensure this guy doesn't get messed with. But for now, wee. Okay. Level 2 conveyor pieces are perfect. Yeah, it doesn't do me any good. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, it is 2. Thank goodness. And it comes right about there. All said and all done? I think so. Please get that built. And that, and that. Cool. That's that part of the equation. Now, what happened to the thing I built? I deleted it? There we go. Let's not crowd it. 3 squares away seems fine. That looks correct to me. And then in reality, you have an export route. It goes there. You have an export route. It goes there. And now that I did that, now I can come back. You can deliver wherever you want. I don't care. I don't care. Good stuff. All right. Let's get this sucker built. Merp. Now, I'm going to need a 1/6 train. Let's get that built. Where's my thing? Here it is. Let's see here. You were coal running? I paused you for a reason. I don't remember that reason. Was I going to repurpose you into... Oh, I think I was going to repurpose you into limestone or something. Hold on. Yeah, I should really design these as 1/6s again. How many trains do we have? I have 3 already. Oh, okay. Never mind. Sure. Boop. Not enough workers. What the heck? Wait, does this require workers? 8. Oh, I know what just happened. This all came online. Haha! I need more workers. Hey, buddy. Thanks. Okay, what can I pause temporarily to get more workers? This is 36 workers. This is 36 workers. That's actually looking like it's in use. What if I just pause these 2 things? Okay. That's not going to get us all the way to good. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. It was literally just very temporary. Okay, back to this. It's a hydrogen. It is 6 of those and another hydrogen. So I'm just going to get you built. You don't do anything. Just get built. Okay. We're going to have some more people coming on. That's going to be great. Many of our mechanical parts are just doing nothing, so I'm going to pause one of you. Everything looks really, really good. give it a minute, right? We're out of construction parts. Oh, jeez. I keep forgetting I'm pausing this. I need another steel train. That is on the way. Okay, cool. I still want another steel train. I really wish I knew what vehicle was unfilled. So what'll happen generally is we'll get this, can't fuel a vehicle, and then we'll get station out of fuel. And it normally happens around here. I don't see anything. You are relatively full, I would say. We still have corn and wheat on the belt, so that's good. I upgraded one of these into, yeah, this guy. Here's a corn wheat. I'm going to upgrade you, which I can't afford. Okay. Low medical supplies. Okay. This all kind of hit all at once again, didn't it? Truck cannot find a thing to dump. Is that out of jurisdiction? Is that the problem? It must be the other one. Nair. Export routes, import routes. Uh-huh. What do you have on you? Rock. Can you not reach it? Oh, no. You cannot reach it. Well, haha. Lessons learned, and then not even then. I lie to myself and say I learn lessons, but I don't really learn very well. Okay, what? Stop. What height is this? This is 2, and this is 4? Okay, very easy. Flippy dips. There. Yeah, okay. So, fun stuff. Just to get the ball rolling. I'm going to edit your area. Over here. And let's go ahead and do some leveling. Just dump it. Nope, not 2. Let's dump it wherever. Thanks. And then, let's get you guys. Not you. You. Can you just dust that real fast? Oh, now I bet you I know what's not enough fuel. Probably one of these ding-dongers. These ding-dangers. Today might be a shorter stream for me. I've been messaging with some family this morning. Sounds like we've got to handle a couple of things. That's about all I'm going to say about that. But I don't know how long that's going to take. And that's going to probably eat up the rest of my day. So, I usually like to provide an ETA. I'm very, I like to be very upfront with stuff. So again, sorry. I like to be very upfront with timings and like, we're gonna play for 8 hours or whatever, so other people can plan. I like to set up a schedule. I like to be a little bit formal about this sort of a thing. But it sounds like, I don't know, 2-3 hours maybe is what I got for today. Unfortunate, but it happens. I have to be an adult sometime, right? Gotta be an adult sometime. Anywho, let's enjoy the time we've got, right? There we are. There's our boys. We got them loose. We got them loose. Okay. Let's try this again, shall we? We can have all that. Thanks. Alright, fixed. Fixed. Now we'll actually get some copper, right? Alright. We got some workers yet? I guess I should have done some math. Oh, this isn't correct. Now it is. Yeah, I need another steel train, I think. What was I saying? Medical supplies. Yeah, we're almost done with research, which is nice. We have worked with superheated steam. Rainwater yield +3. Awesome. I think we're probably out of the rainwater issues that we were having. What are we at? Plus 10% already, which is pretty awesome. I think we did the math, and even one of these upgrades, it's as if with how much we have built, it's as if we have like 6 more or something. 6 more catchers, which pretty great. Water was one of the bigger concerns I had because I'd like to take this. I'm going to do one more. I want to take this research and start upgrading our farms. The farms specifically, when you upgrade them up the chain, have greater water requirements. So you have a farm that is rainwater fueled, let's say. You have an irrigated farm, or I like to say an irritated farm. An irritated farm, which can be connected to water. You can connect water to it and or fertilizer, whatever you want. There's then a greenhouse, which is a 25% increased crop yield, but also requires 12% extra water and fertility. Not the end of the world. The next one is 50% increase with a 25% extra requirement. So I want to make sure that I don't just go click all these buttons. I want to make sure that we have enough stuff for it. We are making the fertilizer. Fertilizer being made. What if I did this instead? No export routes. Yeah, give me all the stuff. Because we're on the other side of the coin. We're now actually motoring through compost faster than... yeah, export route, that's fine. We're now actually using the compost faster than we were collecting it. Before it was the other way around. We were just too much compost all the time. I had like 3 of the big bins of the stuff. Yeah, just too much. Too much. But now, the compost, that'll give us some fertilizer. Yeah, these bottom 2 just make compost. That's all they do. That guy's even off. These top 2 are what make the fertilizer. Yeah, let me try that again. This one does compost only. This one's doing the fertilizer. These 2 are. Man, that is crazy. That's starting to perk up a little bit. Yeah, that's working. Low supply of sand. Really? Really? No, not really. Another sand train on the way. Awesome. Might need a 3rd sand train. How many of those do I have? This is going to be... I do have 3 of them. Okay. Interesting. Really? Oh. Did I already set you guys? Oh, I guess I did. Okay. Well, I guess I did. For sake of argument, I don't want more storages. I've got a storage here, a storage here, a storage on the train, a storage on the... I don't need more storages. I don't need more storages. We're gonna run out of mechanical parts again. I think I just straight up need more steel. So, how are we on steel production? We are... How did that happen? What the heck is demanding the... Oh, microchips? Maybe all the microchip factories are kicking on at the same time. That could be it. That could very well be it. Steel production is not the issue. Yep. These valleys, these are times where we're not making anything. So a third train would do it. So it's a what, 1/6? I can crank out a 1/6. Oh, what? Nope. Okay, thank you. We're not even... Yeah, we are still making solars. Okay, that's fair. A third copper train, maybe? How's our copper? That's copper. Copper is full. If this storage is full, like, you know, at capacity, these are definitely full. Yep. Yeah, probably need a third copper train. How's copper, anyway? Copper, yep. The exact same thing. Lots of peaks and lots of valleys. So the thing kicks on real hard, gets stuff done, and then it just peters off for a while. Copper. Not copper ore. Copper slab. 2 trains. Alright, I would like another train like that. I'm going to do this because we have a bunch of steel in places that aren't readily available. Like, they're not at headquarters. So a truck can't get to it because it's sitting at the foundry. I also want a copper slab. Thank you. And I'm just going to Unity the crap out of some stuff. Alright, what happened here? What happened here, lads? Who owns this one? You do? No. Someone owns this guy over here, and I forgot who did. Not you. You do. Hit area. Wow. For sure. You knocked it all out. Is there a little water in there? Oh man, I hope that doesn't bite me in the face. This looks like the kind of conversation that might absolutely bite me in the face. For those that weren't sure, you can put me down that I don't like getting bit in the face? Oh, and now my little Jenny's here. Hi, Jenny. The storms were terrible to this little kid. Hey. He does not like storms. Nico does not care. House rattling? Don't care. But the second, any lightning, rain, anything, Zenny does not like. Dude's coming down off a bad high, like, all the time. Don't touch me, man. Okay, let's get that going on. This gets trimmed. Yeah, once we get our trucks moving, this will all be great. This all gets the trim. Boop. And once this gets filled in, this gets the trim. Perfect. Now there is no water there at all. Okay, there's that. Okay, what's going on here? Yep, low supply of mechanical parts, yep. That's what I figured was going to happen. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to pause this again, one more time. We're going to build out another steel train. I'm going to probably spend a little bit of time cleaning up the rails a bit more. We're going to Unity this, because we have the steel. The steel is ready, it's just not readily available. Like I said, it's at the foundry. Which doesn't really help anybody. What kind of things can I do to make this a little better? I could pull this out farther and connect it here. That gets it further away from the intersection. Yeah, this stopping doesn't really help. You mean every other game with trains? Good day, friend called 5. I hope you've been doing well. Are you staying hydrated and healthy? Drinking a lot of water? Exercising, I guess? Eating your veggies? I don't know. The fact that guy stops. Yeah, well, alright. I can't fault you because that's what I'm trying to nurse on right now as well. I have 2 scrap trains sitting here? That's really, really unfortunate. I don't think I like. There's water in it. Which is the same thing that my friends say about PBR. Alright, this doesn't really solve a bunch of problems. So, steel has to go straight. Scrap also has to go straight. I can't really think of a way to make this any better. Alright, what if... What if... I'm just gonna keep it rolling. I need a moment or two to mull this over. We'll be not out of sand the very moment I stop messing with solars for a second. Yeah, this worked out great. Completely leave the chunk. Now you can go. Now you can go. It's like messing around in a canoe, I've heard. Yeah. Alright. How much more limestone we got over here? A very minuscule amount. Let's get the rest of this limestone done up. And then what I'd like to do is I'd like to just pave this whole thing over, maybe redo our rail system. I don't want to jump into something that's going to require more resources because I'm having a problem keeping everything already running. That's an issue. That's a straight up no-no. Yep, you're going to the battery. That's correct. Okay, well, if it's not Nico fighting for my attention... Hey, come here. Zenny. Hey. Zenny, come here. Okay, he wants my attention, and then he comes over here, and then he's like, oh, wait, I don't want your attention. It's like, alright, rude AF. Thanks, pal. Yes, speak of the coffee. Speak of it true. Alright, so something like this. These things don't ever have to go to the battery, do they? These two here, these are just plates. Wait, one more check. Yeah, plates. No, you don't have to go to the battery either. So this probably doesn't make any sense. What I wanted to do is I wanted to see if we could get some of these tracks pulled off earlier. What if... Okay, is there anything here that ever has to go left? No, not really. That's why I built this. This is improved. Oh, I could spend all day just mulling around with trains. That's not even like an argument or a complaint. It's just like, this is a lot of fun, and there's a lot of stuff to do. Yep, you're going to the battery. You're going back home. You're going back home. Okay. Did we finish all those trains that I was trying to build? Not enough maintenance. Okay, we're in the good place. We're in the good place. This is, yeah, like I said, this is why I don't really want to go too much farther up anything else, because I think we're just unstable to a point. If I disable enough stuff, we could be stable all the time. Yeah, then we're not really stable, are we? Not really. Okay, here's how this is going to go down. Nope. 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 Bring whatever you're still supposed to bring, but after that, nope. 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 There we go. We're going to start shifting this over. This is also going to save a boatload of workers. So go ahead and start making, please. Not enough crude, but we have enough. Yeah, okay. This container is so small, it doesn't help me for you to notify me that you're out of stuff. We got more than enough food packs now. Holy crap. Might want to get a second ship like that. Might. Just maybe. What's going on here? Haha, crap. Did I actually make a blueprint of this? I hope I didn't. I didn't. Okay, cool. Oh, the petrochemical one that we've been working on, that one's also on the blueprint site now. So that's available for whomever likes, whomever wants. I keep getting 2 or 3 people that are like, hey, it kind of feels like since we're hanging out, we've designed these blueprints with you. Can we have them? And I'm like, sure. I just legitimately keep forgetting to put them up. Yeah. Just cannot remember to put them up. Okay, there's that. That'll start to fill up pretty well-ish. It'll be a very slow burn project for sure. Now, let's do this one at a time. We have enough iron ore. We have so much iron ore, it's disgusting. This goes away. And that goes away. And that goes away. And that goes away. Goes away. Goodbye, my little assembly friends. We will meet again. We will construct prouder and better and stronger some other time, but for now, it's time to rest. It's time to relax. And now this is SHVP2 Vehicle Parts 2. This, not that one. This wasn't even built yet, so that makes this easy. Looks like that. Okay. This is SHVP2 Unload 2. There we go. Let's make sure that's okay. Hi, Zenny. Every day, every single day, one of the cats has to be a little bit of a spaz. I love my cats. I ain't mad or nothing. Just like, it's kind of silly that's like, yeah. Who was I talking to about? Like, they're just taking shifts? Yeah. Yep, that's absolutely the vibe. It's absolutely the vibe. So that gets built out. This... Oh, whoops, my bad. That gets built out. That gets nuked. Okay. I don't want to do more storage, but could do more storage. I don't want to do more storage. I straight up do not need more storage. Now, this is going to be reserved, or request only when... I would say all modules are empty. Because that means the belt... Muskra Farm. I have not. Let's see what that's about. It's a Steam game. It's a 3D... Start a farming empire in this incremental factory. Build their plant crops, combine them in recipes, distribute them for sale. Optimize your layouts, reinvest in your infrastructure. This looks interesting. And as I've said before, I'm not really a guy for like graphics, so I'm not hating on how this looks. I'm watching the video right now, and they've placed the farm and like a warehouse or something right next to each other. So a truck is just stuck in the left drive position, just left turns all the time. Just hard left. It's just pulling, what are they called? Birdies? It's whipping birdies. Well, it's not out yet. Yeah, it's just same. Right-hand drive, hard left. This is just silly. Like okay. Metal Games LLC. What else have they done? This is their first deal. This is their first deal. Release on 2025. It is 2025. Oh, there's a demo. Okay. You know what? I'll check out the demo. I'll check out the demo. Let's go to the store. Let's get that pulled down. That's funny. When I search for it in Steam, I can't find it. Oh, wait. Because it's 2 words. There we are. The demo's already 7 months old. Interesting. Okay. It's installing as we speak. Later today, because like today's stream is going to be a little shorter. I got some family stuff to deal with. Later today. And it's downloaded. Cool. I'll give it a swing. I'll let you know what I think about it. Of course, I'm going to forget who I talked what about, so just don't hesitate. If you gotta, you know, poke me in the side and be like, hey, what'd you think of that game? And I'm like, what game? You know. I'll remember then. No, you rock. Thank you for sharing good games with me. And even if it's not a good game, it's still an experience we're going to share together, damn it. So I appreciate you too. Zenny. You are making me nervous, my guy. Is the weed coming off that you don't smoke? What's going on? Oh, my cat knows that one of my parental units are going to be over later. And they know that that's going to be a stressy time. A real stress maker. Quick, get up and stretch. Oh, alright, good stuff. Man, my back is also freaking killing me today. Oh, okay, back to this. Not that. This guy. We're still waiting on it getting built. Okay. I haven't destroyed anything here yet. I've reduced it. We have so much sand. And, thanks to the battery, I have an amount of sand left I can fart around with. And I got the hiccups again. Yay! We're out of copper. Do we ever fix that problem? We didn't. So, next thing. I would like y'all to do some stuff. How much copper's left? There's a lot left, isn't there? There is quite a bit remaining, yeah. Let's come over here and work. How much do you resemble John Arbuckle? Self-loathing, check. Delusional to the point of non-existence. Check. Optimist. Check. Small build. Uncheck. Good at art. Uncheck. Creative. 50-50? 50-50 that one, maybe? Not at all. Was not at all part of the list? Not at all, I don't think. Because was John Arbuckle was a cartoonist. But I don't think I ever really heard... Yeah, I suppose that's true. I guess I never really understood if he was a failed cartoonist or a successful cartoonist, considering his non-lavish living situation. I would assume he was successful to a point, like, not a total failure or anything. Yeah. But like, it kept the lights on. It kept a cat that could consume 8,000 calories worth of carbs every freaking meal alive, so that's something. I would call that something. Of all the things I would call that, it would be, hey, we've already got a bunch of vehicle parts already. I have not been successful at attracting a significant other. Well, attracting, yes, but I'm of a personality type. Like, this is kind of like me on the regular. And so it's kind of difficult to find someone that can, like, enjoy that personality for too long. I don't know. Yeah. It's cool. I mean, whatever. I'm not going to get anything other than PG over it, but yeah, it's whatever. Rico, good day. How are you today? I hope you are feeling healthy and well. This can just... 1, 2... That'll already be at 3. Perfect. Back from work. Yeah. I get it. Is there some flat stuffs? There we go. Don't get me wrong, am interested. I'm not anti, it just doesn't shake out. You'll find it. There we go. I wasn't sure if you was gonna, but you found it. You found it. In terms of throughput, this does not need to be any amount of severe. I don't need crazy amounts of throughput to make this work. This is literally going to do this. I did not check it. I kind of want to keep all the blueprints away until I finish the game. I haven't finished the game yet, so Rico, I'm not looking at anyone else's blueprints until I am satisfied and I beat the game. Sorry. I again thank you for the blueprints, but I'd like to do my best my first time, and then I'll look and see if other people did better and how I can improve on my own designs and stuff. But thank you, I do appreciate it. Yep, that's untouched. This is gonna get messed with pretty soon once I get this done up. I need more construction materials. Guess what we're not making right now? Construction materials, because... Okay, we got some mech parts. That's great. You can pop that back on. Yeah, it's gonna free up a bunch of workers and everything. I'm looking really forward to getting this to work. Did we get the last of the trains set up? I think there was still one more train. Okay, you're the new sauce. Okay. New line. Very good. This is going to be HQ to SH VP2. So this... that can go away. This guy is going to go here. Quake. I thought I... Didn't I rename you? I guess I didn't. VP2 load. Very good. And then we're going to add a stop. We're going to add a bunch of stops, but let's just do one at a time. So here, if all modules are empty, now, if all the modules are empty, well, someone's heat-addled ass forgot to change the motor battery. Heat-addled ass sounds like some status effect in an RPG I really want to play. That is holistically inappropriate for further discussion, but... What are you? Poisoned? What are you? Petrified? What are you? Scared generally? What are you? Do you have heat-addled ass in your sheet? Good morning, Myrene. I don't know why that tickled me so hard. What was I doing? This coffee has no effect whatsoever, and it's making me even more tired. Empty. Okay. I remember. Okay, vehicle VE. Okay, that's easy to type. Okay. You're gonna load, you're gonna unload. Anything, like, I'm being very specific. You don't have to nearly be as specific with this. The system is very versatile. I'm doing this because I know I'm up against me, and I don't want any mistakes. So you're going to go to VP load, you're going to get vehicle parts, you're then going to go literally somewhere else, you're going to empty out, but only if all modules are empty, which they are. So now that train should kick off now that it has orders. Okay, I lost a train. Hold on. Were you already on the way? You're already at the thing. Holy crap. Okay. Neat. No further questions or whatever. Okay. That was very cool. Nice. I like it. Okay. So that takes care of that from now on. Whenever this gets built, it'll be magical. It will be magical. This I don't like. Okay. You're waiting because there's other reservations. 1, 2, 3. What is your thing? Right there? You know what? I know what this music reminds me of. Factory Town. Yeah, that's not an insult either. Factory Town's a good game. I like it. Heck, I liked it enough to play the campaign in its entirety. And then, when the developer announced they wanted to redo some of the merchandising stuff and how products are made, I did it again. How the... Oh, okay. Oh, we're strap in. We're gonna have a good day today. I say to myself, lying. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. The rails will all connect. It's gonna be a good day. Thank you. All right. Buckets, man, buckets. And then on my wish list, I ended up taking off. I don't remember why. So here's my sales on it. Like, again, I don't make any money. I don't promote. I'm not getting kickbacks for talking about games. If a game hits my channel and there's more than one episode, I really liked it. Why I really liked Factory Town is it is a very good entry-level game with depth to someone who is interested about factoring automation games, but is intimidated by Satisfactory or Factorio or Captain of Industry. If it is your first automation game, I recommend it. I recommend it a ton. Now, I'm not new to this genre. Holy crap, what is happening here? You still want to go straight, that's why. Yeah, alright. I'll have to figure something out about that. The game is structured very well. The campaign does a very good job of structuralizing, like, here's what we're gonna do. People need to eat, right? When you feed people, you bring food to a market. Shapes is also really good. Yeah, no, Shapes is also really good. The reason why I say, like, it's a good automation game is because, yeah, I think the campaign does a really good job structuralizing advanced concepts. Like, so the first one is make food, bring food to market, market takes food to people, people pay for food, money. So that's how that works. And it's like, you also want to cut lumber. Okay, take lumber to a general store, money. Okay, well now you'll want to make planks out of that lumber. Okay, more money. You want to make furniture out of those planks? Money. Like, you can go mass volume in light stuff or heavier stuff, but I think it's just really good. The same thing with, like, I would say Autonauts. If anyone here has ever heard of Autonauts, Space Chem is a good one for sure. I would say a bit, I guess for newbies, I'd say a bit more advanced when it comes to automation games, but no, that's still a good one. If anyone here has heard of Autonauts, Autonauts is an amazing game to teach someone the very basic fundamentals of programming. And not even programming, but logic, right? When I say, like, I can read code and I can understand code and I can parse code, it's because I understand logic. I can go through if this, then this, and go to line. That's not a problem for me. But when it's like, when it comes down to it and it's like, oh, this calls a subroutine and this is an internal library function. It's like, well, I don't know what the hell that function is, and I'm not going to read a white paper to figure it out. So something happens. I know why it's not happening because you're not meeting some criteria. Like that, that's no problem. Would Factory Town be challenging to someone who's almost okay at Factorio? Yeah. I think it... So I'll phrase it like this. I think it'd be worth your time. Yeah. I gotta stop talking and do a thing. All right, I did this. I was trying to see if this helped at all. No, we had even less options in 1996, but damn it, I still play Deadlock every day and night. Freaking love that game. Also really frustrating for some of its annoyances, but still a good game. Oh, Kuna. Hey, everybody, Kuna's here. Hey, alright. Thank you. Awesome. Oh, I cleaned up some commands. I added some. Discord. Let's see if that works. Hey! And I did the shoutout thing? Let's see if the shoutout thing works. Hey! I'm so conceited, I'll do a shoutout for myself. Nice. Okay, that works. I also changed the volumes to all the raids and stuff, so now I won't freaking lose my mind over it. In usability and how literally anyone can do it now, right? That's what excites me, is when now anyone can do game programming. And are you going to be great at the jump? No, I'm trying to design a game. And the design of the game, no problem. The game design, I got all the mechanics written up. I have a game design document. This is what happens when this happens. When this happens, and this is how money. And I've all the design stuff done. It's the programming I can't get my head wrapped around. How do I draw something on the screen? You instantiate an object. Okay, I've instantiated it. How do I reference that object? The object is a reference against other objects based on collision. Okay. But how do I do that? Like, that's kind of like where my brain shuts off. It's like, huh? You designed a whole game around hating pants? See, the thing is, the hatred for pants is self-inflicted, not against other people. But, not like, you want to wear pants? You wear pants. I don't care. I guess, like, pants warehouses would be just bastions of pants. Just generally a guy that doesn't like pants. Solomon Grundy want pants too. Yeah. But like Autonauts was a frickin' fun game to play. Yeah. I'm surprised. How do you know I'm not playing that game right now? How do you know I have not burnt all my pants? That's what I want to do. I want to do like a thing where it's like everyone instead of like removing one's undergarments and burning them as a show. Maybe I'd just do it like with pants. Take off your trousers. Step 1. Step 2. Get Bic Lita. Step 3. Use Bic Lita on trousers. Complete. Holy crap, you just speedrun the pants game. How'd you speedrun the pants game? Did we do the thing? I mean, there's stuff in here. I'm guessing this worked. These are all empty again, which is fine. So these vehicle parts are going to be running flat out for sure. And rod of steel. Son of a biscuit. Man. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. Right. I bet you any money we would have cut down a lot of these issues if we had 1.4s, but I didn't want to do 1.4s. So why... Oh, you want to go straight, right. Okay. How do we make a train go this way to come up to the foundry, but taking a different direction? Wait a minute. How did you do that? Why did you do that? You all make sense. Why? Hold on. Oh, I know what it's doing. The train's going on the outside, going through the battery, coming out the battery, and coming... Okay. Alright, you got me. How... There's not really a great way for me to short-circuit this. If I pull you out here... How do? Can't go underground. That would be dope. One other option we have, I hate it, but one other option we have is we could do something like this. Okay, imagine we just turn this into bidirectional and feed it in that way. But yeah, I don't like that. I think I've just made this all too tight for its own good. How are we on steel, now that I've added more trains? Now we're at the point where I could use more steel. So now, this is going to happen. I'll just do that, thanks. So do I have another belt of iron? I do. And it goes down that way, which I don't want it to do anymore. I haven't come across a working title yet. It started off as a remake of an old game that's been now non-existent. And I checked the IP, and I don't believe the IP is used anymore. Not that I was going to copy the game verbatim anyway, but like I wanted to get as many answers questioned. Yeah. I question answers. I wanted to get as much stuff figured out as possible before I got to the point of development. So realistically, this is the MECC Dr. Livingston, I presume? I guess I don't know that one. Is that a game? I'll have to look that up. I don't know what that is. We're going to look some. We're going to learn something. We're going to learn two things today. MECC Dr. Livingston. It takes me to... It was a game from my childhood I cannot find. I looked that up, and it shows me that there are many doctors with the last name of Dr. Livingston. How about PC game? Dr. Livingston, I presume. $1992 Moby Games. Now I want to see if I can find it. Hold on, give me just a second. 1986, it says? Is this the one, Dr. Livingston, I presume? Yeah, okay. You already said it. Is it a platformer? There's one on My Abandonware. Let's see what happens when I hit play on this website. I'm gonna mute. This could be loud. I don't understand how this works, but it's running. It looks like it's running. Yeah, the one on myabandonware.com. Yeah, you could run it in browser. You could download it. If you download it, use DOSBox. I will be back in just a moment. I'm getting a quick phone call. Okay, I am back. There is no rest today. But hey, we found your game. Yeah, awesome. If you need help working with DOSBox, let me know. I use it a lot. A lot. What is your problem? What is your problem? This is a flat lift. That's our problem. Yeah. DOSBox on Linux is a problem. I don't know how to solve it. Is it? Can't you use Wine or something? Can't you use... Wine isn't an Windows inline emulator. There's got to be a way to run DOSBox in Linux. One for the car, one for me. One for the car, one for me. Yeah, it's that whole Homer Simpson thing again. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know either because I have Linux boxes, but they're what's hosting the game servers. Because holy crap, it's easier than Windows by a country mile. Okay, so that should connect. That grinds. This will be throughput complete now. And everything's just be hunky-dunky-dory. I'm just gonna handle that real fast, thanks. So, like, for Linux, what I use it for is, like, really straightforward. Like, I don't get into all the minutia. Like, for example, Factorio on Linux runs much cleaner than Windows. You can also set up to update automatically, which is awesome. Can't do that on Windows. So there's just, like, a lot of little stuff. You've got to be kidding. Build that, please. Nope, you weren't kidding. Cool. Building tight is really tough to troubleshoot, but that's alright. The hell was I even saying? I don't remember. Probably funny stuff. I was probably saying... Oh! Yeah, the whole thing. So I use Linux for game server hosting. Yeah. I still have some game servers that are on Windows Server 2022 because it's free. I downloaded the image, which is free, not illegal. Then I cut it up the way I want, and then I install it. Yeah, if you go to myabandonware.com, there's a button. There's two buttons. One says download game, and the other one says run in browser. So it was running in browser, but I don't know any of the controls. I didn't read anything. I just clicked the button and saw Dr. Livingston, I presume. And then I frickin' skedaddled. I frickin' daddled out of there. I was all like, stay fresh, cheese bags, and I left. And then I frickin' left. I'll get you the URL in like a hot mo right here. Hold up. This is in my history. It's in my history. Dr. Livingston, I presume. Are we Discord pals? I think we're Discord pals. We might not be Discord pals. Can we be Discord pals? Give you the link. I'll be Discord pals. You don't win friends with salad. You don't win friends with salad. We've had a conversation before. Hold on. Yeah, okay. There we go. Boop. There you are. There's the thing. I don't know why that was more difficult than that ever needed to be, but... So, if you go to the page before this one, like when you look up the game, there's like a download button or something, and it's download or run in browser, and that's it. You gotcha. Okay. Mine tower has no mining to control. Are you for real? Are you oh, you're this guy. Oh, alright. I got really excited. I'm like, this one's not the mech version. Oh! This is the DOS version. Oh, you wanted the... Oh, right. I could probably take another swing and try to find the mech version specifically. Sorry, I thought it was... I got excited that we found it at all, and I was like, yeah, we found the thing you wanted. Yeah, I forgot the MECC version is actually the one you wanted. My bad. But I don't mind taking a swing at that later, though. Oh, I don't know how to emulate Apple II. Oh, I see. It looks like a completely different game. Oh, alright. So what I found you is something completely incorrect. My bad. All right, yeah, we could take a look at that later. And we found during the last episode that makes Orbital angry. The fury of 1,000 suns, because cat and dog get along. Oh shucks, happy to help. Wouldn't that be a fun conversation piece? Like, aliens, like, know we're here. They know what we're up to. They understand our language. They're everything. And they want to destroy us so bad, but they cannot. They can't touch. Because cat und dog is adorable. They just can't even. They cannot. They can't even fathom an attack. Because memes. Okay. I think I see a different sort of problem I want to fix. I say it, now that I said it like that, I kind of think of Rocky and Bullwinkle, Moose und Squirrel. They can't even. It's almost like the start to Invader Zim, right? But instead of the tallest banishing Zim for deeds against the Urkin Empire to a planet, Earth, on accident, which they thought it was just void space anyway or whatever, they then instead send Zim to Earth, and they just can't. They just can't even. Just can't even. Okay, let's try this instead. I don't know if that'll help. I guess I want a train to sit here. I can't just draw. I want a train to be able to sit right here, because we got a train sitting all the way back here, and it's kind of annoying. So now you're going to go down. Yep, okay, that worked. So a train sitting here, I'm hoping more can go across, but you want copper. So that doesn't freaking help. Oh, I also corrected a bit of Nightbot. I just realized you did all caps in that one statement, and Nightbot would have been, hey, that's literally more than the first part of the sentence that you should have capitalized. It did not show. It is three apostrophes. Myrene, if you want, you can hit me up on Discord and I'll paste it. I'll paste it. Alright. Is there a way? No. Answered my own question. This can scoot? That can scoot? That doesn't have to exist anymore. Invalid route assigned. You're not going to believe this. Boop. Good stuff. Is hydrogen still crazy full? It is. Cannot imagine why it sometimes crazy shows and it sometimes doesn't. Ooh, okay. Oh, friend called 5. Myrene's gonna be your best pal. Yep, Myrene is gonna be your best pal. No, it's borked? Oh. Well, thank you, Myrene, for trying anyway. It needs the second disc. No! The entire world collapses because disc 3 of 7 is corrupt. I remember installing Windows 3 point whatever. I don't remember anymore. Read. What was it? Retry, abort, fail, or whatever? I can't read a disk. Disk is corrupt. Retry, abort, fail. It's like, what's the hell the difference between aborting and failing? Fail, and then it's just like hitting retry anyway. I'm like, I don't understand this. This is well beyond any understanding I ever had. Okay, so now this guy's done. There are vehicle parts inside of this thing. It's done. Awesome. Now we can start removing this. This goes away. The vehicle parts are done. I still want to grind out the rest of this stuff. Well, I'll still need the grinders no matter what, so that's fine. This will get us some construction materials back, which is pretty dope. You sent another link. Let's try that one. Copy link. Friend called 5. Myrene's gonna be your best friend the second time. Electric Boogaloo. That wasn't helpful. Don't click that. That's not gonna get you anything. That's gonna do you no good. I understand how Discord works. I'm very good at things. Don't bite me. Okay. Try that one. I'm a very good computer man. People on the general are jealous how good a computer man I am. I'm good at computer. I'm a computer. What was that from? Oh, G.I. Joe. What the heck? Did I copy the wrong thing again? No, that's right. Yeah, I clicked on it. Hey, Jen, I have to figure out how to get this to work on my computer. Hey, there we go. Excellent. Oprah Winfrey might have the financial ability to chuck cars at people and be like, you get a car and you get a car. Making dreams real. But I don't have that kind of money. What I have is the ability to talk on a screen and help other people find games for other people. So, Myrene, you are Oprah Winfrey for the day. We're changing lives finding video games. No, honestly, like that's pretty dope. Yeah, thank you for your help on that, Myrene. I appreciate it. You are train limit 1, my guy, because I might want multiple trains. I doubt it. Train limit 1. Okay. So we'll get this hooked up, and then we'll set up the schedule. Everybody gets a train. Speaking of trains, I haven't seen Demon Killer. Oh. One piece of a train? Y'all gotta share. That's not gonna happen. Come on. In the oldest of 8. That's worked 0 times. I haven't seen Demon Killer in a while. I hope they're doing alright. When you said trains, I was like, I should just set up everyone's... I should set up a name for everybody, but since they're not indexable, it's a little difficult. No, that's awesome. The effort is what we are appreciating, so thank you for even doing it at all. I kind of figured that was the case, Orbital. Yeah, I don't really have, like, a good way to contact them, otherwise I would on just like, hey, buddy, hope you're doing alright, but I don't really have, like, a way to do that. But I hope they're doing alright. Hope they're doing alright. Down to one. One for fun. Connect it up. Awesome. That goes away. Goes away. Okay. What we have now is another stop. Naven the Raven. You don't mess with Naven the Raven. They'll hit you with the Shadow Coal, their ultimate move. Listen here, nerd buckets. Don't mess with me, or you'll get the Shadow Coal. We're doing trains. We're doing train things. And if anyone asks, it's only train things. anyone gives the business. You know, oh, if anyone asks, Vinny was here. Why do you want me to tell people Vinny was here? Oh, because he's busy doing a crimes? Okay. Sure. Vinny was here. You know, same thing. Am I supposed to be tidying my room? Got 2 passed out cats. I'm using that time to game. I'm generally a tidy person. Like, I could tidy more, but, like, I don't have garbage on the ground or anything. Like, my desk is generally in a usable manner. The game servers are still corporeal. Like, I mean, nothing's phasing in and out of existence. I think I do a pretty good job keeping the general rules of physics alive and well. Yeah. Yeah, we're fine. Oh. That third train and extra steel production. Holy crap. Steve! It's not how you spell steel. In case anyone was wondering. Okay, we're still seeing a little bit of the spiky spikes, which is fine. Production is above consumption, which is good. Generally speaking. Generally speaking. Yes, quite. We have construction materials. I think we turned this boat around. The USS Chugabug. Definitely turn this puppy around. Yeah, we have so much of that. We talked about wacky races at least once here, right? I think we have. That's kind of the thing with streaming and then recording stuff for YouTube after this and then being an adult sometimes. It's really difficult to sometimes figure out who I talk to about what. Sometimes. Okay. Has food improved? Oh my gosh. Okay, food's a problem straight up. Fertilizer. We got the fertilizer now. Let's take a look at stuff. How bad is our consumption? What happened here? 120 consumption? Hey, I hope it went well. Is it a therapist you go to talk about how awesome you are? Because it's tough to come to terms with how awesome you are? Because I would believe that. 100%. Yeah. Yeah. Having a healthy ego is very important. Not a Han Solo level ego, don't get me wrong, but like, when you get to the delusions of grandeur, maybe kick it back a notch, but until then, yeah. Everyone's awesome. I'm cool with that. What was I doing? Potatoes. Do you do potatoes? You don't do potatoes. Instead of hearing how awesome Bashir is. Man, what a trooper. Buy them an ice cream. I know you're already paying your therapist dues or whatever, but like, make sure you hit them up an ice cream. Anytime. Next time. Whatever. I don't know where I was going with this. Let's do that. Awesome. Just bring like a dilly bar. Just be like, here, I thought you might like this before our therapy session. I don't know if that's like weird or like really great comedy, or I don't know what that falls into. What that falls in. I don't know what that would be. Okay. Roy. Everything has normalized. Back to research. I wanted to get this vehicle parts thing done. I'm out of workers. I just trimmed up a bunch of workers. How are we out of workers? I just built... That's out of power. No. I would annoy people in public for a Klondike bar. I would be a general nuisance because I generally am a nuisance. Like, I know when to be quiet. Like, I know when to be quiet in public and stuff. Like, I get it. But, like, I could just generally be a ding-dong. You could just go. You're minus, like, 5 sand. Just get out of here. I could generally be a ding-dong for... Alex would do a Klondike bar. And says, delicious, and leaves satisfied. You. I want to talk to you. Alright. Alright. It is the weakest coffee I think I might have ever drank. Ugh. Gonna get coffee from my regular place. I really like it. It's I think it's just what's it called? When one person owns a thing. Self-owned? No. What's it called when one person owns a thing? Like a business. I can't think right now. Solo, whatever. Individually owned. Yeah, I was so close. Thank you. You know how I like a business that's individually owned and operated. Rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? I prefer that over like big gas station chains. I like supporting local economy, and they were closed because the AC was busted. And I was like, that's sad. I like your coffee, and I like your breakfast sandwiches, and I'm happy to pay a little bit more for that kind of... Yeah, sole proprietor, thank you. Zelrus, in for the points. Goodness gracious. That's not the worst mental block I had. I was talking to somebody about... we were talking about something. Yeah, it is way better. Yeah, I said solo. Yeah, I was kind of close. I was talking to somebody recently within like the last like 3 months or something, and we were talking about like infrastructure stuff. And I think like it was like a start of a SimCity conversation. They're like, "Well, I don't even build a fire station." And I'm like, "What about the fire guys?" And they're like, "Fire guys?" And I'm like, they come on the trucks, and it goes wee woo, and they go and they do the fire thing. And they're like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, I'm not trying to describe a pyromaniac. The opposite of a pyromaniac. An anti-pyromaniac, is that what they're called? And I just could not grasp what I was trying to say for the life of me. It was terrible. And I'm like, they tussle with fire. Oh shit. Just couldn't get to it. And I'm like, they fight the fires. Firefighters, holy crap. Did it take me that long? It took me a good like 3 minutes to get there. It's just like, I got to people who fight fires. Oxidations combatants, yeah. It was just so embarrassing. Just like, oh, we could talk about the metaphysical and psychological properties therein of certain combinations of like whatever, and I just couldn't even get to firefighters. Just, alright. John is going to have a good day around now. It's so bad. This gets balanced somewhere, right? It doesn't, and I don't think I care. Why is that 100? It doesn't, I don't think I care. Thanks, babe. Alright. Do we get our first shipment? Crap, I was supposed to be watching that train, and I just tangented my brain into nothing. Whatever. Firefighters. Got it. No, where did that train go? I really wanted to know. Oh, it's already back at the base. Oh. I might need... Wait, how much ore are we getting? Yeah, I don't want that. We're importing under what we're consuming, I think. So that's a little sobering. But not the end of the world. Vehicle parts, we're consuming 100% of what we're producing, obviously. I guess I want to know which one you're going to go to. Is it a closest thing? Because both are viable targets. I don't know if it's a round-robin situation. I guess I would assume it's top-down, right? That would be my assumption. So it's always going to go here. Oh, wait. You don't have all modules empty? All right. Then it's this one. It's not going to round-robin or anything. This sort of a methodology is very in line with, like, Factorio and OpenTTD. Just top-down. Yeah. Oh, we got some stuff. Oh, so it did drop off here. The ship was just MIA. Cool, alright. Nifty shifty. Nifty shifty. Low of copper ore. Yep, that's happening. Where's the next copper thing? Okay, that's actually very appropriate for what I'm attempting to accomplish. Look at that. It's almost like I planned it. What's happening? Who owns that? Okay. I'm gonna do something like this. Oh, okay. Yep. Something like that. Just get right up to it. Just get right up to that thing. Ring the bell. See if anyone's home. Ba-ba-da-ba-dum. Yeah, that works for me. You still got some room to dump stuff off there. That's awesome. Okay. Please keep at it. Thank you. Solars? Nope, still building. Okay, research is not happening because workers. I'm genuinely unsure where more of our workers have gone, but that's okay. This is still humming away real nice. Yar. Looks good so far. Everything is working? You're not working. This is going to be maybe a little unbalanced. 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. This guy generally... Honestly, this guy I thought was going to get less stuff. But this guy was going to get more stuff. It all averages out, really. It's just timing. You don't turn everything on at once because everything's on a shared power grid. What's really satisfying in a game like Factorio is you could set up wire everything in a new assembly area, but don't connect it to the grid. It's just not going to work. And then make sure the belts are full of materials, and then connect it to the grid. It looks like all the hands are waving in unison, congratulating your magnificent factory building skills. Yay! You're the best! That's it. That was the whole story. It's a good damn story, I think. I need to get rid of sulfur. How do we get rid of sulfur? Could purge it out. It'd be really great if we were consuming any of it at the factory. That would be pretty freaking dope. Why is this a U-shape? It doesn't connect. It doesn't matter. Okay, let's not worry about it. Don't touch it. Just, for the love of all that's holy, just don't touch the thing. Are you trying to leave, or you still have stuff? Okay, that's fine. You still have stuff. That's fine. Trains that aren't leaving because they have stuff in them is perfectly fine. This is less than perfectly fine. You're a scrap train. Where's your buddy? Driving. Well, that's reassuring. Oh! You're already bringing back stuff. Interesting. Okay, well, that third steel thing... Output is full. Okay, hold up. Output is full. Okay, hold up. Are we just generally full of steel? You're not connected. How the heck does this work? Oh, okay. I didn't copy this correctly at all. Yeah, okay. 2 of the machines aren't even functioning. Hot dang. Boink. I'll handle that. Thanks. Okay, let's try this again. It is this guy. It's a 1. It goes to there. I'm gonna grab that. That looks like that. Yeah, two of the machines are eating up workers. Oh, this is why we're low on workers. Yeah. All right. Cause steel. Is that the deal? Yeah. Oh, it's offset in case I want to copy paste it one more time. I don't think I'll need to do that for a while. Let's leave that as a little surprise for later. As to why something doesn't work and I can't figure out why. Yeah, let's save that as a surprise for later. Okay. You are not connected properly. There we are. Thank you kindly. Oh my gosh. There we go. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna build you up. Build you up before you go. Gonna leave me hanging here just like a yo-yo. Cool. This is in my mind, and now I share it all with you. No. They're not mind worms. They're auditory acts of generosity. Okay, now stuff be pouring. You pouring? Yeah. Okay. That's much better. I don't know how bad our throughput... Well, it was... So I thought I added 50%, I actually only added 25%, because 2 of these weren't even working. You're not doing Bupkis. What's going on, buddy? Oh, no, you're doing your thing. Are we full of exhaust again, by the way? This strikes me as we're full of something we're not processing. Oh, I saw some stuff there. Okay, that purges pretty fast. If anything, the very tail end of the line is what's going to be our indicator. Nope, it purges up pretty quick. Cyber Psycho, good morning to you. How you doing? How's work treating you today? You kicking work in the face, butt face? Call it a butt. I don't know. That sounded way more intimidating in my brain. Well, then you're definitely kicking work in the butt. I'm not gonna deal with your business no mo. Kick in the butt. See you next week, turkey nerds. Just out. Oh, hey, happy birthday. Your birthday is all week? That's incredible. Mine's only one day. Now I'm kind of jealous. Today's the actual... I'm going to put that in my phone so I know for next year. Hold up. Hold up, buddy. Happy birthday. Boom. Done. Yeah. Awesome. Have a birthday. Have a birthday. Tomorrow is Hat Dat Sat's birthday. Yeah. Alright. Good stuff. So here's a fun conversation to have. Cyber Psycho, I can't stream all day today. So, no pressure on you at all, but since today you have off, I didn't know if you were going to be streaming earlier, so I can raid you before I got to scoot. I've got some family stuff that's happening in, I think, like, maybe 2 hours. If not, no worries. Just wanna chat it out. Might have to trim down on how much frickin' we're recycling. That's a weird conversation piece to have. Or I need a third scrap train. What's your problem? Electronics. Because... Copper. Because... Oh, we're out of ore. Yeah, okay. Yep. I don't think I'll start early. Okay, no worries. Opportunity was there. I thought I would share. Please go right now. Okay, I would like to requisition 2 more excavators. Well, I'm still chomping through this so we can get to this new copper. But I think what we'll do is we're going to abandon our pet project for a spell. How many excavators are working this? Is it 4? I don't need 4. Now that we're... Wait. What's going on here? Oh, for God's sake. Every time. You nerds, every time. Stop. Sweet sassy molassie. We knew at one time John was a perfectly sane guy. I don't know how to describe myself. And one day, he absolutely went ape crap bananas. Why? Scientists could only speculate as to why, but we believe it's because he put a dumping designation and a mining designation too close together. A mystery of our times. Never-ending story. Ma-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Oh, man. You know what? That's fine. That's a fair and fine assumption, my friend. Is there still a hole here? Wait, the hell? Gosh, color me confused when they dig down 1 square somehow magically. Rob Schneider is a carrot. Is that... I think there was like a South Park thing about that. But I haven't seen South Park in ages. Y'all are chip-chopping through this real sweet. Man, I'm gonna miss restarting. And having all my vehicles. Oh, right. Hold on. I had stuff to do. You actually gonna... Was that it? Yeah, okay. I do remember things. Hot diggity dang. Okay, that's that. I still want to move 2 excavators over to copper. Because I have 5 here? 4? I thought I had way more excavators in general. Oh, hold on. How much more of this you ding-dongs gonna mess with? There's a wee bit of limestone right there, and just a wee bit of limestone right there. We're done with this. Yep. Just because I don't want to see it anymore. Because I'm going to doze over this or whatever. This is going to be like different parking or whatever. I don't want to... Yeah, that's correct. Please do that. Please get this very meager amount of limestone, and then we'll call this whole thing a done deal. Edit area, and it's raining again, which is awesome. I love storms. I love them. I love the rain. I love all about it. We've gotten some tornadoes around here that have been real close. But aside from that, I love the rain. I like when it's dark and cool and you can wake up early in the morning. Because I'm a morning person. I like waking up early in the morning with a really hot cup of coffee. It doesn't even have to be really coffee. I just enjoy warm beverage. It could be warm beverage number 37 for all I care. I just really like. These are all farming changes that I made. We're going to let that all sit for a while. Free showers for all. I've actually been trying to get into... gardening, and with that I wanted to get into rain buckets. Not rain buckets, what are they called? Rain barrels. And holy crap, I don't know if this is like the latest fad or whatever, But, like, I cannot find a rain barrel that's under $180. It's just a barrel, right? With, like, a hose attached and, like, a faucet on the bottom? $180? It's crazy. But I have a handful of plants. I thought that'd be a cute thing, because I'm trying to go a little more, be a little more conscientious. Yeah, I could probably just find an old oil drum or something. There you go. Oil, it's just returning the water, and the oil comes from the earth anyway, right? So there you go. Yeah. Make one out of paper mache. I guess if you use some sort of oil to seal it, that wouldn't be that bad of a deal. Why'd you guys stop? Okay, I don't think I care? I don't think I care. Alright, finish that up, please. Get this limestone out of here. We can get this motor in. High supply of hydrogen. I didn't change anything. I turned this on, which is only generating slightly more hydrogen. I don't get what the problem is. I don't understand. Someone please send an adult. I don't understand how any of this works. Hey, we got so much freaking steel now. Nice. How's our new pet project coming along? This is still making things, I hope? The big shortage is going to be electronics, which it looks like we might have corrected itself on. Sent one already. You just have to look into the mirror for it. I can't see a rain barrel? Or an adult? Gosh, either would be really weird to see in a mirror. Not saying no. I'm saying I'm easily confused. No! I don't want to be the adult. Well, the cool thing is, we still have full product of the iron ore and the sand. Nope. I got my Uno deck right here, and you're going to see this card often. It's called Pass. Nope. Where are you going? Are you still using this as a pass-through? Ass. Okay. That's changing right now. What do you have? Slag? From foundry to battery. Okay. I have a sorry card. It says go back 4 spaces. There. Do that. I'm a very good card playing man. Okay. This thing needs to get on this rail. However, there's a bunch of crap in the way. And I don't want to make this worse. What if I pull slag down here and hook it up like this? I'm caring a lot less about aesthetics right now. What I want is function. I'll find it. There. But we're going to change some things. Yep, that can go all the way. We're going to pretty this up a bit. This is driving me bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. When I was working at major box retailer many years ago, working third shift and unloading trucks, we had a aesthetics are function. I can barely get it to function as is, so my mantra would probably just be function is function. Conjunction, junction, what's your function? We had a manager that was no loud music, and it's like, oh boy, I bet you're also the one who outlawed dancing in Dirty Dancing, huh? No, or Footloose. No dancing in my town. That's where all the drugs come from, is dancing. First it's dancing, then it turns into sock hops, and then it turns into, oh my gosh, impure living. It's just like, oh, okay, I'm sure you're a lot of fun. Anyway, we had a cool manager who was like, if you're going to listen to music, there's one rule. Everyone gets a fair shake. And it's like, yeah, that's fine. So I would generally listen to something like Coal Chamber or, Slipknot maybe a little heavy. But stuff that was popularized, Korn, Disturbed, that was all like fairly fair game. And then we had someone that was really into pop. And Britney Spears or whatever was the order of business. And I'm like, it's cool. I don't care. I got to hear my stuff. It's only fair you get to hear your stuff. And so it would be like Loco from Cold Chamber. It would be Wait and Bleed by Slipknot. It would be probably some Mudvayne, maybe something from the LD50 album, Determined. And then it'd be It's Bananas, B-A-N. It's just like, this mix CD is the weirdest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. It's just so weird. Like I said, I didn't have a problem with it at all. Like, it's fair is fair is fair. It's just so weird. Not even like my new fave, but it was like now, when I hear Mudvayne so effing determined, I also is bananas B-A-N. It's there. I can't change it. I can't change it. It's still in the Rolodex of songs. I can't change it. So fun stories, I guess. This isn't like Zoe and Mal having army buddy stories or whatever and Wash is jealous. I have stupid music references and things that I did third shift. I ate a cricket off someone's wrist for, I think it was $10. That was it. That was the whole story. What else? It was easy money. I was like, don't other cultures eat bugs? Like, it's not that big of a deal? What's the difference? What's the difference if it's like this or it's like coated in chocolate and you buy it at a movie theater? Because I've heard of that as well. Like chocolate-covered crickets? Yeah. Chomp. Cool. I can now afford a pack of smokes. Thanks. That was the whole thing. Oh, and a soda. Yeah, I got it right. It was the easiest pack of Marbs I ever got. Alright. Man, I need this to motor. Okay, we have another scrap train. This has to be a level 3. I thought we could just cheese it as a level 2, but no. No, brah. Yep, I need this to get to a place, then we're gonna scrap it and clean it. Did I not Unity you? Oh, I did. Oh! Somebody actually built this? Are you gonna build this? Thanks, buddy. I don't know how you're chucking freight that far or that fast or whatever, but thanks, buddy. Let's get that all trimmed. This is going to remove 2 trains off the line. Possibly a third. Is this a really big deal? Not really, I don't think. But any other trains that are just straight up blocking each other, this is how we would do it. This is how I'm going to do it. Yeah. Angular momentum ain't got nothing on me. What does that mean? Chuck's construction materials at least... I'd say it's at least 7 meters. Easily. Yeah. 7 meters easily. Yep. 7 meters easily sounds like a new death metal band I want to start. One-off dumb crap references no one's going to get. 7 meters easily? Sure. Poil the pincushion. It's been a hot minute since you've been here. How are you doing? The tracking is certainly that. It is tracking. Hope you are doing well. That's the guy. You... Okay. The other way? There you go. You had some conflicts of interest. Same, I think. How are you? I'm doing all right. Thank you for asking. I am doing all right. It is very humid here. I guess that's... Both the cats are asleep, which is great. Nico woke up with a bit of an attitude, which is fine. I did my morning stuff, and then I just babied him like crazy. That's how I show my love to my pets, is Nico's like, why aren't you paying attention to me? You're fat. And I'm like, these are all factual, but this is really hurtful, Nico. And he's like, I don't care, pet me. Meh. And so I'll do that. And then I'll just pet him and pet him and pet him and pet him until he's just thoroughly annoyed with me. And then he'll be like, okay, you can stop. And I'm like, but I love you. And he's just like, all right. Nuts to this peanut stand. I'm out of here. And then he just goes and takes a nap. Oh, it's adorable. Slag that up. Slag load. Slag unload. Thanks. Get out of here. It's no longer a valid thing. Alright. Now, this big stack of Funyuns comes over here. I don't have this balanced. I do have this balanced. Oh, I guess that makes sense. You could just park your Tookus. You Tookus right there. That'd be great. Okay. Well, there are many schools of thought, and apparently you chose one. What the hell? Oh, come on. Why is it elevated? Why did you let me connect the first one? It was wrong from the start. It was just incredibly wrong from the start. Okay, good. Please build that. This is gonna get decommissioned. Yeah, you're already leaving. I should have waited until it was empty. Okay. That line is a bye-bye. A bye-bye. I could leave it as a pass-through, but I prefer to not have pass-throughs. Trains should be where they should be, going where they're going. They shouldn't keep merging into other spots and doing these roundabouts. This is why mechanic hates engineers. Yeah. Yep. I can understand that 100%. I can understand that 100%. Especially when I use standards of measure, like... Why? Why are you here? Where did you come from? Man, battery-ed thing. You come out this way. Don't... Stink. Get out of my... You can't. Well, this is why I did this, so there's less of this stupid conjunction crap. Wow, which one of you two are gonna fight over it? Good answer. Okay, well. There are certain ways... Ooh, this is the wrong thing. Hold on. That's the wrong thing. Okay, thanks. I already deleted the thing. There are certain things in games that you can do to add what is called weight to paths. W-E-I-G-H-T, weight. In Factorio, if you don't want something to go a certain way, you can add stops. When a train does the calculation for Why are you here? Oh my god. When a train does calculation for distance, what it does is it calculates the path that it can take, and all the other paths it can take. It then assigns a weight to each thing, very similar to how computer networking functions. You better stop. Yeah, that's what I thought. Computer networking, when you have data being transferred from, let's say, network device to network device, it figures out the actual weight of each jump, and it tries to figure out, when you want to go somewhere, what is the least weighted jump. So in Factorio, if you add a train stop somewhere, it adds 1,000 to that math. And it says, generally, don't go that way. Something might need to go there. Don't bother. That's something that you can do. In TTD, you have something called waypoints or checkpoints. I can't remember what they're called. But you add them to the list for the train. So if I want, for example, this guy to go a certain path, I'd put a waypoint here, or whatever. I would put a waypoint wherever I want, and I would say, go here, then here, then here, then here, then the station. So I'm kind of forcing the train to go down a path, right? In this game, it doesn't seem like there's such thing. So we're kind of at the will of the thing for it to decide the best path. The three-way in, out, doesn't really need a balancer. Yeah, you're right. I just like the way it looks. I like it. You're right, though. It doesn't need one, but I like it. We're going to level this up to 3. We're going to level this up to 3. We're going to level... That doesn't need leveling. That's just copper. Which we're still horrendously low on, which is fun. Oh, I never... Hold on. Oh, right. We're finishing this. This is done. Great work, everybody. You are this guy. Nope. Nope. We're done. So now, these vehicles, we're going to get assigned to this. If you could skedaddle. Okay, thanks. Or 12 is good. Waypoints and buoys. Yep. I believe that's correct. What else? In Factory Town, what you do is you put logic on a track. There's no, like, signals, but you say... You could do something like this. Just to talk it out. So here's a path. And here's a path. And here's a path. Whatever, right? What you do is, at the junction, you put a little marker on the track. And you say, if you have lumber, go this way. Go left. And it says, oh, I have lumber. Go this way. You then put a trigger switch on the side. And you say, every single time you're triggered... switch your status. And so that would shut off that filter. You then have another filter down the line. Same thing. Do you have lumber? You go this way. So after a minecart or a train comes down, oh, I have lumber. Cool. I'm going to go this way. That triggers that flip. And it shuts it off. Then a train goes the next one. No signal. Do you have wood? Yep, go this way. Trigger the flip again. And now that this one passed, it flips back on. So you can 50-50 balance something like that. And that's how it's working in Factory Town. There's a lot of little neat things like that you can do. But it's all different like that. And that's how you can do flow control. This game doesn't seem to have that kind of flow control. It helps save extra 20 kilowatts. Yeah, that's fair. That's totally fair. Let's go remove it. I have a lot of little balancers around I probably super don't need. Yeah, no, that's totally fair. Let's get that trimmed up. Okay. This also has so much volume. No, they are... No. Yeah, it's no insult. It's no insult at all. What it is I have a lot of gaming knowledge, and it's important to understand and put things into proper perspective on how different games do stuff. Yeah. That isn't a, oh, I hate this train system. I love the way they implemented trains. And as I said also before, I kind of find it really difficult to think about this game objectively without trains anymore. I honestly can't think of how that would even function. Because I love them so much. They feel like such a core part of the game. Actually, I don't know why I'm doing it like this. Like that. But yes, you're absolutely right. They are brand new, and I love them to death. They're very, very crisp. That's a phrase I've been using. It's crisp. We can be critical of things, though, just point out other stuff. Yeah. Yep. Some level of flow control. Where's the bottom of this? Holy crap. Some flow control, I think, would be a nice add. No, yeah, this has to get cleared. Oof. Oof. No. Not quite. That's what I want. Let's go down to 14. How far do we got? 14 should be more than enough. Flatten it out. What's other games? How have other games done flow control? Mindustry doesn't really have trains. Oh, I see. Okay, I know what you mean. I know what you mean exactly. Yep. Hold on. So that happens. This gets stopped. Thank you. There's a lot of good copper to be had right here. That's what I want. We're not blocking the other path. Get that moving. Let me guess, you're stuck. You unstuck yourself. Can you unstuck yourself? All right, fine, whatever. The input is high enough, but let's hold on. Haha, yeah. There you go. The input is high enough, but to your point, let's fix it. That's a very valid point in its own right. Let's fix it. So this is gonna look like realistically that one gets removed. I'll just do this. And then that looks like that. There you go. That's the proper split. This doesn't need to be a splitter. The throughput should all be the same if we wanted to actually do the thing, but again, doesn't super matter now. It's, yeah, with how much stuff we're getting. I think we're fine. Okay, empty belt. Awesome. I'm actually going to send you whenever this finishes up. Man, parking half the train on an incline. That has to suck. Okay, go for it. So now, you go right to the battery. You're not leaving, going around some crazy combination. You don't have to double back. You go right to the battery. So not only... So the conversation I was saying before is we're only really like removing 2 trains from the network. Big frickin' deal. But it is a big frickin' deal because we've not only massively increased the throughput of these 2 trains, but we've removed it from the mains and it's not blocking other crap. So even though I should have really redone all this, I can't. Now, can I loop you back and isolate you from the thing completely? I highly doubt it. I do the 4-way split as well. Yeah. Yeah. It's not gonna fly. Ah, man. I would love to be able to stack trains on top of other trains. The belts? Yeah, that would be awesome. Okay, low supply of electronics. Why is a train if it's that close? Because hashtag trains. I wanted to trainify everything as much as I possibly could. You serve a valid point, absolutely, without any argument whatsoever. No contest. However, trains. That's all I got. That's the whole thing. We're out of ore, right. And I can't buy copper, right? Yep, that's exactly why. I can buy copper. Please do that. I'm not interested in buying anything else. They go chew, and then they go chew in a double header. In a double doozy decision, they go chew and chew. That's the distinction. That's the quality of excellence right there. Whenever you crack open a nice 6-pack of I Like Trains, make sure you check the certificate of authenticity that comes with every single train. Not only should it say chew, it should also say chew. That chew is the seal of approval right there, my friends. That's how you know you've cracked open a proper 6-pack of good train stock. Rolling freight. That's how you know it's good. We are annihilating our iron supply. I don't think I like that. We've got a lot of sulfur, too. That's pretty nuts. Okay, low medical supplies. Is it because of low steel? It is not, actually. So we're gonna sprinkle some of this, some of that, and some of that. Let that going on. Oh my gosh, Zenny, it's okay. I don't know what you're freaked out about. Modular ramps would be dope. Modular ramps would be dope. Waypointing would be dope. What else would be, like, really cool? Being able to stack trains on top of each other. So have one at 0 height and 3 height. Even that would be great. So at 3 height, I would do, like, a highway. And at 0 height, I would have all the little intersections and stuff. Or something like that. That's how I would do that. Kind of like what we're doing here, right? The higher raised bits are the express lane kind of a thing. High supply of hydrogen. You don't say. Just don't need hydrogen. Should I just pause all this? How much is this for workers? Not a lot. They did it for train crossings. Should be easy enough for ramps. Yeah. Yep. I think that'd be great. I think that would be great. Straight up. I'm with you. Straight up. You've got vehicle parts. Yep. That's all happening. Have those excavators arrived yet? I'm going to guess no. They have. Wonderful. They have not. Unwonderful. How far are they out? There they are. Rolling with the Chrono Convoy. This I could probably easily shut down. I don't need these excavators digging up coal. I don't need coal anymore. How much coal do we have? All of it. Great. Where's our coal train? We're looking for RM to MB coal. Headquarters to Mana Battery. Nope. Are we not bringing that anymore? Yeah. Huh. I don't know what happened to that route, but it's not used anymore. I guess I find that hard to believe. Mana battery, coal load. Mana battery, coal unload. RM coal load 2. Okay. Digging coal just to clear dig site for the resource, so I don't see the bars on the map. Yeah, I get that vibe. I get that vibe 100%. Okay, so the only coal one I have is what? Headquarters to Mana Battery, and you're not even being used. I thought I was pitching all this coal out. Huh. Oh, no, we finally finished... Yeah, we finished exporting all the coal. So that's why that got shut down. So that's rock. This is coal that's receiving from... Set on prayer to use them up. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, I didn't want to pause. I wanted to do that. We are in no real need of coal. So I think I was pivoting this to go get the coal from the site. And I nuked one of the trains. Okay, so... New train. You're going to be... I just missed it again. That one. Nope. You can get built. While you're getting built... Nope. Let's get this figured out. Yep. Okay. Great. Thanks. Boop. Oh, yeah, that's what I wanted. Let's do this, otherwise it's going to take forever for you to get steel over there. Neat. Okay. Here, I would like us to not do this anymore. We're going to do this. Edit area. You're going to complain. But that still gets the coal out of here. And then we're just going to start removing trucks one by one. Are you all just full of coal? Pretty much. You're unassigned. You're unassigned. Once those excavators dump off the rest of their crap, I'm actually going to move them over here so we can get this pushed out a little faster. Turn that down to there. You can have a truck. You already have two. Awesome. That's the wrong tower. You can have that. Okay, that all skedaddles. Once a train arrives, which we've built out, I should be able to get 2 or 3 of these trucks cleared out. I just want the trucks cleared out. So let's show you a thing real quick. It's been a while since I saved. If you tell an excavator to move, it loses its freight. If you assign an excavator to something else, it loses its freight. What else? If you recover it, it loses its freight. There's a bunch of stuff that happens that just makes it lose its freight. It's not the end of the world. It's just I like to be generally tidy about things. So when that train arrives, a bunch of these will dump off. Someone's going to come and... You have 2... Okay. Good chat. I'm not going to wait for 2 of that. If you cancel the spot, it's digging, it also loses it? Yeah. Considering we're dealing in thousands of material, this is not that big of a deal. It is one of those little annoying things kind of a thing. So, okay, that all gets assigned. I assigned a bunch of trucks. Once these trucks dump off, which they have a few hundred whatever of coal in them. Oh, you really have to go all the way around like that? That's dumb pants. Hold on. Wait. Oh, I see. Alright. It didn't have to be dumb pants. I just made it dumb pants. Also, pants are dumb, so that's kind of an oxymoron. Or whatever. You're saying the same thing twice. Haul truck has no compatible excavator. It's cool. Once the coal guy 9000 shows up. Are you the one? You are the one. It's been a while since we did this. Nope. H. There we are. Why can't devs change the codes like the tree cutter can move while biting down on the log? Oh, I guess I never thought about that. The tree cutting, I've really just set it and forget it kind of thing. Maybe it's because the logging tree can only have one product in it. So there's nothing to really keep track of, maybe? But a dumpster thing can have multiple things in it? I have no idea. I'm just speculating. Maybe that adds a level of complexity that's just too much. I don't know. Alright. Well, I got the excavators moving. That's the important bit. Diggers in the past only used to dig one. Oh, that's true. Did they keep their inventory then, though? Like, did they keep their inventory, or were they also lost if you moved a digger? I legit don't remember. Okay, so this is going to get all these trucks removed. This train can remain for all I care. Nope. You're free now. You're free now. Yeah, we still got, I don't know, 3 more train runs in here. You're free now. And 1 more. Last but not least. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Train already left. You got this? Nope. Alright, we'll have to wait another load or 2. That's fine. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The crap? No. No, 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 no. First of all, that. Second of all, what? Dirt and rock. We have too much dirt. You're assigned to dirt. You can dump dirt. Ah, okay. That makes sense. 5 bins of broken glass, saving it for a nuke. Actually, it's kind of funny because when the first nuclear test happened, the glass in the desert was turned into glass. Not like flat sheets, but it's called vitrification, I believe. So saving glass for a nuke is kind of funny. I like that. You can just go. Yeah, just get out of here. Vitrification, I think, is the word. It's just using a crap ton of heat super, super fast. Especially in the desert. And it all just kind of... chunks of glass and such. I'm probably not representing that phenomenon correctly. Like, it's not like glass you'd use for, like, cooking. But you've already, like, pre-culleted the glass. I'm sure that adds a lot of extra impurities and other crap you don't want in it, but still. What are we low on here? Still copper? Still copper. Yep, okay. So that all gets fixed when copper gets unscrewed up. We're actually out of potato. We're fresh out of potato. We're not making enough potato. I've upgraded some things that we're doing potato. I've changed a thing. Do you think... So, wait a minute. Is making atomics... Oh, that's not what happens in the game, by the way. That's real life stuff. But, like, would that be... Is it easier to make... Am I using soybeans? No. I was like, I'm not even making it. I need another corn and potato mix. Corn and potato meal. Wouldn't that be funny to just drop atomics down? Tired of messing with all that disgusting glass mix making? Tired of sand just being generally real on occasion? Ugh, I know. Me too. Dropping atomics on it. Just call that sucker done. After House Harkonnen goes completely debunked, that's all they could do, is they could sell the rest of their home atomics. The House Atomics, see if they can make a little bit of coin on some market. Don't have to worry about slag from the nuke build. I guess. Got too much slag? Nuke it. Good conversation. We have tons of fertilizer. Just boatloads. Corn and potato. Do we have another corn and potato? I don't think I have this combination anywhere else. I'll just do that, thanks. I got some unity left over. Corn and potato, you're going to go to 120% fertility. Corn and wheat, also 120%. That's a good start. And I already have you at 120. Perfect. Okay. Good start. Good start, good start. We're full up on eggs. Awesome. We are chunking through bread. We got so much bread. We've got food packs for days. That's awesome pants. That I'm not going to wear, because please see pre-acknowledged conversation about leg wear. Being anti-leg wear in general. Alright, what I need to do is I need to purge out some sulfur. So there's one way we can do that kind of easily and kind of silly. Is we can do it like this. Nope. We can do it like this. It doesn't matter where you connect, as long as you connect. Yeah. Oh, I see where this goes. Okay. Like that. We're gonna just drain this out 1 or 2 times. This is gonna force it all to the battery. Yep, that's how we'll do it. All islands cleared off of pirates, you know it. Ain't a soul in sight. That's all done and done. Ready mothball the ship. Nothing else I need that ship for. That ship is shipped out. I'm gonna do this for a while. I'm waiting for that train to show up. After I clear the island, I use the dock as infinite storage. I didn't think about that. Well, oh, well, I guess after you clear everything out, the ship doesn't have to unload. Kind of dull, but understandable. The ship, yeah. We can go on and we can keep upgrading our, like, world structures, they're called. All the oil rigs and stuff. We can upgrade stuff like that, but I just don't need to. We don't seem to be doing research. We've been at this 12% for a very long time. I kind of wanted that sulfur train. There we go. Load up a supply, send it for come to... Yeah, that's a good idea. I like that. Because you're still investing the workers, right? They're still workers. You still have to pay for repairs. The ship doesn't have to come back immaculate or whatever. It can come back damaged. That's totally reasonable. Yeah. Yeah, I guess as long as the ship itself doesn't have to unload anything, that's perfectly fine. But yeah. No, yeah, ship comes back damaged. You know what I'd also believe? Like, not all the crew makes it back. Maybe some of the crew got banged up a little bit along the way. Not that I want losses or whatever. That's not like a driving point of the game for me, but you could add in some cost. You can add in a bit of cost to make it seem a little bit more realistic. That gets upgraded immediately. This has to get unloaded. If it hits this bin and it sits in this bin for a little bit, that's fine. These ones? Oh, sweet. Sassy Molassy. Change my frickin' mind. Okay. Different maps, safer ones, more dangerous ones. Yeah, and it doesn't... You don't have to add visual elements. It could just be nondescript. Hey, you remember Jimmy swabbing the deck last Tuesday? He came across an idea, he thought I saw something off the port bow. We're gonna go check it out. Like, that's it. A little bit of text. Doesn't have to be this huge thing. We estimate it's gonna take 2 years for us to go all the way out, completely navigate, beat up pirates in their face meats, and maybe we'll get some booty along the way, but we'll definitely come back with some stories. Kind of a thing. Yeah, I could totally see something like that being on the regular. And then when it's done, you get a little text that comes back. It says, by the way, it was unsuccessful or successful. Maybe there's a risk of failure based on your tech level or something, or how sober Jimmy was, or I forgot their name already. Like, yeah, I could see some stuff like that for sure. Yeah, for sure. And for sure. You're not doing anything because we're out of copper and we're full on steel? That's exactly right. Hey, if you could just go, that'd be great. That's insane. So, how do you feed the dock? Because you can't load it. Are you just, like, clicking on a storage and saying, here's some Unity, force clear it? You can't feed the dock, can you? Have I been missing a core concept of this game? Yeah, Unity, okay. Dirty storage, got it. Oh, I paused everything but the lab. Cool. I'm a very good gaming guy in general. Question mark now? Okay, that's all. Yeah, we're just going to get rid of all this sulfur. We're getting rid of 240 every run, which is going to take a hot minute. And after a while, this will just stop. So we'll have some stuff available if we need some stuff available. Had to make sure the bins don't allow import. Yeah, because wouldn't that be funny? Using Unity to move stuff, I think, is hilarious. It's like calling up an old friend that you had and just be like, hey, can you help me move out my apartment? It's just like, we haven't talked in like 12 years. Why would I do that? Okay. All right. But like, we're in our 40s now and our backs can't really handle too much. So do you have like, I don't know, decks of cards you need moved or something? Or like a potted plant that's totally empty or anything? Or that I can move. Alright, how's stuff? Iron ore, awesome. Sand, awesome. We are keeping up with all the stuff. These are all empty. And that's the wrong thing. These are all empty. So that train is going to go to any of these. You're actually out. You have some. We still have raw materials that are being dropped off, so that's fine. Okay, copper. Has copper recovered at all yet? I don't see any there, so that's unfortunate. Any other bin requiring the item, have it set to import, so only accept... Yeah. Yep. Import routes are incredibly powerful. What's your deal? Nothing. You're working? Great. Awesome. Everything here is plugged in, right? It'd be real funny if I move this and I'm like... yeah, okay, that's doing that. Great. Awesome. Yeah, it'd be really funny if I plugged it all in thinking we were at 100% of what we were before, and then nope. Alright, so I find I'm not accomplishing space or science, unfortunately. The copper running out kind of hit me in the business. I'm seeing a lot less jam ups though. I'm seeing a lot less jam ups, so I think this little circuit here saved a bunch because those are again 2 trains that aren't filling anything else out. Good. We're all caught up on scrap. I was genuinely afraid of that as well. Genuinely afraid of that as well. That was hard to say. How about 120 instead? Check DMs. Alright. Holy crap, really? Myrene was not lying. Their shipyard is overloaded with cargo. Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of numbers. There's thousands of stuff. Plural. Thousands of stuff. Just hanging around. Steel is great. Settlement is full of trash. Oh, I know what the problem is. Remember when I was like, hey, we should probably look at better waste disposal after a while? Yippers. We got too much. Where is waste? Waste pressed. How much can you consume? 144? And we're making how much? Slightly above that. Good, I did all the math. Oh, you're flat. How much are you producing? 24? Okay, just a regular flat is fine. Okay, so... just plug right in there. Thank you. We're going to do this because this is kind of a problem. Alright, good stuff. There's that. So how much waste are we making? Let's call it like 180. Well, what's 72 times 3? Because we'll plan for that. 216. Yep, that's more than enough. So 24 times 3 is going to be 72. Alright. You don't click the arrow from the buildings, it auto-corrects the belt. Oh, if it auto-selects the belt, for what I've been finding, it's not the right speed I want. So, like, let's say I have this set to 3, right? But I click on this, and I only really want this to be 1. It's going to be 3. Now, let's say I'm in, like, a different thing entirely, and I see pipe 1, and I click this, it's type 3. So, my problem is clearly visual. Like, this is a me problem, 100%. If I click this, I don't want it to be a type 3 belt. It doesn't have to be. What also happens is if I copy and work with this... Oh, I don't do control mouse wheel. That's just more stuff I'm going to get in trouble about. Control mouse wheel. That doesn't seem to work. Yeah. I won't mess with that, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, if I don't have it clicked on the arrow, that works. Yeah, but if you click on an arrow, then... yeah. Yeah, that's all very valid. It's unfortunately more steps for me, and I'm not used to it, and muscle memory. I like the extra features. I recognize they are not for me. I will not remember any of that. So, all right. It's 72. Are we burning 72? We're not. So this gives me an opportunity to redo this. The energy storage was cute. All I'm really doing is venting this. So where can I use a bunch of extra steam? Well, if I don't mind the run, extra steam could be made into more hydrogen. I don't need more hydrogen, believe it or not. What can I use steam for? There's probably some process that I could use that would be really neat to have extra steam. Consumption, there we go. Well, our entire oil production system, the problem is water will back up. There's a chance water will back up and I'll have to dump that off. Yeah, I don't mind. I didn't mind the loss at the time because I just didn't know what to do with it. You're absolutely right, though. There is some incurred loss, and I'm done with it anyway because we don't have enough demand for that to be a thing. Um, well, I could use that steam for... I mean, this uses so little steam. I need to use... Let's just plan the whole thing out. I need 36 steam. I gotta use 36 steam. What can I use it on? Yeah, desalinators for Stoof. Power. I don't really need the power. That's what I'm trying to get rid of here. Am I dumping excess water, by the way? I don't think I am. Not with this process. Water is... Extra water is always good. That's fair. I just don't want it to be too full. So this is coming from there first. Hey, Nico. Did you enjoy your nap? You look already irritated. You woke up angry. This is a good conversation we're about to have, I'm sure of it. Let's see here. I'm trying to think of anything I could use it on that wouldn't just screw everything up. Petrochem makes perfect sense, like I said, but meh. We could just turn it into water and then push the water back into the system, which I kind of also don't want to do. It kind of feels like we've got a lot of energetic material here. I just don't want to waste it. Okay, give me just a second. Nico's mad. Hi. Come here. Come here, Mr. Buddy. Whoa. My goodness. Okay, yep, give me just a second here. He wants cuddles, and that's totally fine. I got no problem about it. Hey, you. Easy there. Alright. And that's a garbage truck. Hold on. Okay. All good, all good. We can't store Steam, right? There was a mod that I didn't find. It was on HatDatSat stream. They had Steam storage, which I thought was pretty cool. As a different kind of battery style. I thought that was an interesting thing. I'm not playing with any mods. I don't know if I plan to when I reboot either. Okay, how about this? Let's just get the process started. If we want to use the steam, we'll use the steam. If we don't want to use the steam, we won't use the steam. But I still need to do this. I can't wait on setting this up. I'm actually just going to put this back here. No, I think I might redo all of our cleaning bits. What else are we actually scrubbing up to here anyway? Looks like some of the gold processing has a little bit. This is already scrubbing itself up there for the CO2 into graphite, so that's not really an issue. I wonder if this could just get relocated over back to where the Peoples is at. Because we also could use this steam low, which I'm sure I'm just dumping, right? No, steam low. Yes. Yep, I'm just dumping the steam low. Honestly, this could get pushed back into water. Put up here. I think that's what we'll do. Okay, so... I'd still have to run a pipe up there. Urgh. I don't know why I'm so anti running just one extra pipe, but running one extra pipe seems like a gigantic pain in the rumpus, and I'm not sure why. Where does this come in? Like this? Like that? Like that? So I'd have to run another pipe all the way back if I wanted to. It'd have to be up there. Alright, well, like I said, this has to happen regardless. So, let's see. How about that? At least get this a little more tidied up. I need a fluid storage of fuel gas. Oop. This takes very little fuel gas. Cool. This also consumes water. Oh, hold on. How much does 18 produce? Slightly less than it consumes. Cool. Okay, so this can be a self-fulfilling thing. That's perfect. How much? 18. Yoink. You take 60. I will need 2 of you. Boo. That's fine. About something like that. Okay. The exhaust is how much? 144. Oof. Well, I could actually use some of these scrubbers then, so that'll be nice. For less water lost. Oh, I guess I didn't realize that's how that worked. I thought it was just an aesthetic choice. Let's take a look at those. That's a good call. It's probably under here. Yep, cooling tower level 1. I didn't do the thing. There we go. So we have how much? 36. 36 would turn into 18. I can't math. 36 divided, or, yeah, 96 divided by 36, 2.67. 2.67 times 12? No, hold on. Oh, it's half. Yeah, I could just do it right there. It's half. So it's less than half. Yeah, sure. That makes sense. Yeah. Bigger loses much less. Yep, 25%. This also looks a lot cooler, right? That's the takeaway. I think it looks a lot cooler. Alright, that's valid. So still not enough for it to be completely self-sufficient, and that's okay. We're going to go ahead and get some of this going on. Oop. And now these pipes can just... There we go. Easy peasy. Cheesy squeezy. Let's do something like this. And then I will need one of you. It goes from 3 to 1 somewhere in here. You can get a bump, that'd be great. I did not give myself a lot of room, but I don't really need a lot of room. A level 1 pipe is fine. About something like that. Right in. Great. Prioritize that. Done. Next. The waste itself. And the... What is this? Exhaust? I don't know if this is exhaust or CO2. And the process hasn't run long enough that it doesn't even know. It's exhaust. Hot dang. You get a bump. Thanks. And we're doing 144. That's plenty. That is plenty. So up and over and down and in. Up and you go. Up and you go. Thank you kindly. Boof. Done. Not done. The waste itself. I did not plan this very well at all. Okay. Let's see if we can get around this anyway. Yar? Okay. Flat lifts. I left my cooling towers in place for visual, but they're inactive. Now I use maintenance anyways. I guess I never thought about the whole maintenance thing. That's a good call. Well, this will look actually pretty good because I reversed it. Yeah, actually this might look good. I love it when a plan comes together. Look at that. Nope. Yeah. 48. You're actually all going to be level 2s and you're going to like it. There it is. That's it. Yep. Fuel gas. Hit me up with some of that. That goes away. Thanks. Not crushed. What's it called? Pressed. Pressed waste. Give me all that. Thanks. This goes away. Yeah. Even at priority 1, this is just spinning. There's nothing... Allow surplus, sure. Oh, that's probably the trick. I have to allow surplus. I mean, it's not being used. It's a sunny day. How much power are we making in extra? Sweet God. There's like 90 megawatts here. Well, we don't need the hydrogen. Yeah. All these weird things that keep happening are all just wonderful blessings. It's incredible. I have too much power. Oh, that's a weird thing. That's a weird thing to say out loud. Yeah. It sounds like a weird trade. Hey, man. Producing too much power and hate it? Actually, now that you mentioned it, I am producing too much power and I hate it. Check this out. Tell me when you're empty. I'm just going to let that just run and run and run and run and run. I also do need one of you to do this, I think. Just one of you. Nope, there's crap in the way. When we do any amount of digging, what can happen is we can still generate this loose waste. It's actually really hard to say. Loose waste. There we go. What I want to make sure is that we have a way to deal with it. That's something we fell into before, was we didn't have anywhere to put it. So even though what I could do is I could ship it over to where the stuff is being compressed, add more power from waste disposal. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm kind of wasting this out, but that's okay. We're going to say, give me all the waste. Once the fuel gas arrives and the second one gets built, we'll shut it down. Why not raise the pipes instead of the belt? I could. I super could. Oh. Wait a minute. That's not going to work anyway. Oh, it's on the inside. That's not going to work anyway. All right, never mind. Forget that noise. We'll still do it like this, because most of the waste is buried over here anyway. Oh, I don't have a container. Scribble, scramble, ramble. All right, we'll figure something out. Nuke that. Okay. What if that instead? And then I could still... No, I still can't, because there's not enough room. Okay, you know what? Okay, I'm just going to get this built right now and start working. We still have overflows of trash I want to get rid of. Run now. Flat, thank you. You don't need to be level 2. I'm setting you up as level 2. Good. Awesome. Now my favorite part, decommissioning. All... That goes away. That goes away. This has generally no meaning anymore. We're not filling this thing anymore. That goes away. Coin transport needs a transport without transport. Yep. You're done also. Thank you. That can stay there for whatever else. What does this go to? Oh yeah, that was used in the cooling towers as well. It's fine. Yep, it's all fine. Not worried. So is this actually using power now? Not really. It's just gonna burn out, and that's fine. How's this coming along? Okay, the waste thing got cleared. You have no more mining designations. What are you supposed... Hold on, what are you supposed to be doing? Ah, dang, love it. Okay, cool. How close are we to that copper? I don't want to start collecting copper at all. What I'd like to do, I'd like to get just a little farther and set up for some rail bits and such. Let's start that. Just bite little bites. Just little nibbles. I don't want to get too far into this. Leave some for the copper to actually come in and do some work. So this goes away. Boop. Speaking of copper, it's kind of why we're a little low on maintenance still. We are still really bad off on copper. This is crazy. Can we get a few more? Yep, thank you. All these machines are working. Nope, that's not what I want. Receive from only if below... no, that's fine. Output to... Keep full if under... The one who builds is struggling to find a destination it can reach. Oh my god. Incredible. Are you stuck? What? What? Okay, it's one of these problems again. This can get removed. My hydro tanks are usually full, but there's a time every few use just drains. Yeah, I'm not too sure what actually caused that. I was talking with Orbital before. That's just like one thing we can't really get figured out is like it seems like things are looking good, and they are, and then it's just like a real crazy crash. Did I fix your trials and tribulations? I did not. Are you stuck? Are you wedged in? You are not. Okay. Truck is struggling to find a destination it can reach. Is there not more stuff to... There's tons of stuff to level. Yeah, that was one of the things that, like I said, Arpel and I were talking about. It's just, like, weird that things happen to have... just weird spikes about them. But that's okay. So here's the deal. Looks like I'm going to be booked in about an hour. So in an hour, I'm going to have to bump off. It's going to be a smaller stream today. I actually didn't think I accomplished much anyway. I'm still honestly debating whether or not I just want to restart. With this being just a really good push into 3.5? Or update 3? Sorry. Mental hiccup there. Low supply of concrete slabs. How possible? Rock, yes. Okay, let's do that. Truck is struggling to find a destination it can reach. And you're not going to tell me? Oh, okay. Low slabs, electronics, low corn. Wheat is bouncing back up really nicely. It's not terrible. Yeah, it's not terrible. I think the reason why folks don't want to do petrochem is because the same reason why people kind of don't approve of it or don't want to do it in Factorio, right? So when I play with new players and they're like, I really hate blue science. Well, why? It's because oil. Well, take a look at oil objectively. It is the first time you have to add a brand new supply chain. You're getting brand new products. You have to deal with new factories and everything. So I totally get, because you've got sulfur, you've got plastic, you've got the oil, and then oil gets cracked into whatever. So I get that complexity can be really off-putting to new players, but like once you're in the thick of it, it's no different than any other part of the game, right? Take iron, turn it into plates, turn the plates into gears, turn the gears into inserters, turn whatever, right? So I get why it is, because there's so many extra products that come out of it. It can be a bit of a struggle bubble, for sure. I forgot to shut this off, son of a gun. While bauxite buckets are full, time to dig for the 20 depth ramp. Yeah, I saw that ramp that you created. Absolutely crazy pants. Speaking of... whoever else is still assigned to this thing can just scoot. I think I did get you all? I mean, it says 0. Yeah, okay. Cool. So there's that. We probably got a little more coal. There's probably one more train load to come in here. Yeah. Part of it's complexity, part of it's having to tear up stuff that's so integral to... Yeah. Yep. Especially when it comes to hydrogen, right? Because you've been so dependent on diesel for so long, and it's been reliable as long as you have the stuff to make the stuff. So I totally get there's some hesitation there. Like, totally on point with the whole thing. Yeah. It's unsettling, for sure. Like, very literally the word. My current dig site is going to be 5x7 of the biggest grid if you zoom out on the map. Holy crap. Yeah, you can buy diesel via quick trade. It's easy to get diesel. We had that gold thing that we were talking about for like 2 sessions. The easy D's. Easy diesel. Yeah, not super terrible. Okay, I'm not worried about corn. I'm still actually pretty worried about potatoes, though. There's a bunch of this belt that doesn't have anything on it. Try to zoom in and see how big 5x7 is. Like this. 5x7... 5x7 what's is, though? Turn on the grid. How do I do that? H... fog grid for G. Oh, wow. 5x7 of those? That's crazy. What are these? Are these like ultra chunks? Oh, yeah. So you have the square, and then you have these, and then those chunks are 4x4 of those? Oh, way more. Holy crap. Big. Hecka big, for sure. Okay, well, now we've got copper for days. Awesome. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep coming in here. Yeah, that's insane. But I would expect no less from your ambitions, for sure. Would expect no less. I can go up there some more. Thanks. This one is the one I wanted. Cool. Okay, this is gonna get a bump. Thank you. Just want to get that all stashed up. How are we looking here? Still terrible, but we're getting copper. Good stuff. We're still hand over fist in hydrogen. We have so much hydrogen, it's crazy. Now, is there a way we could get this guy to the battery without it being too painful? I don't think so. Oh yeah, nope. 4 resources in that dig site. Coal, sand, quartz, and limestone. There's actually... Oh, I thought I had a thought. Never mind. That's absolutely crazy. What map is that? Is that a custom map? Portland. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yep. That is a stupid amount of resources for sure. Where is our parts train? Not here, so that's a good sign. There it is. So you're going to choose... this one most likely. Yeah. I don't hear any Scottish music today. Have I sung Scottish music before? Now I'm genuinely curious as to where the source of this particular meme might have begun. Since I'll be wrapping up in about 50 minutes or so, looks like we will be raiding Casimir. That'll be good. We haven't raided them in like a week or something. Okay. No, this is all working great. Low supply of concrete slabs still. Except assigned only. Okay, rock should be happening. Okay, it is. Took a hot second for that to happen. I guess I don't know if I've seen this working yet. We slapped it down and these two were full. I actually don't know if I've seen this thing in production. This is actually a rough draft. Which will be interesting. Okay. Yeah, this thing just goes through a ton of rock, literally. So where else are we getting rock from? It's just from deliveries? Probably. Let's take a look at that. Remote to rock, full of. Yep. That's all there is to it. That's all we're getting our rock from. It's kind of crazy. Alright, what else do I want to wrap up? Right, potatoes. We are getting some potatoes, that's cool. I might need a second belt. There's no level 4 belts, are there? There's level 4 pipes, that's for sure. Nope. Dang. Let's get this guy leveled up. Nope. That guy. I really liked our setup. I think this worked out really well. From like an everything perspective. Yep. Now we'll get some saturation. Yep, there we go. Let's do some quick math on that. Potow? Potow. Okay, I think we're just making up for backlog now. Fertilizer good. Food packs low, which is fine. It means we're consuming it into oil. Okay, is everything unpaused for the sake of pausing? Sent a DM of a bigger zoom. You're, yeah. Myrene, you're also more than welcome to share these inside of the Discord. I'm sure other players would love to see this too. Your forest looks really cool in the upper right there, and also I love the lagoon. Also, in addition to the Discord, if you upload it to like a public site or whatever, like I'm more than happy to share like people's pics and builds here. Otherwise, yeah, the Discord, so other folks can enjoy it as well. Either way, how much you got left? 82? My god. I think I'm just gonna scrap this up. Yep, I've been wanting to clean this out forever. This all goes away. Go away. Yep. Now, the one thing is, this also was dumping out water for us. The steam is just getting... Yeah, we're not doing anything with the steam anymore. How much? 48. Goof. Where does the screenshot from the photo mode go? Took one the other day. Well, let's find out. Let's find out together. Let's see here. Photo mode. Take a picture? Okay. I took a picture. Let's see if we can find it. I would assume probably something janky in Windows, like Documents, maybe. Not there. Not Downloads. Is it in the desktop? Nope, nothing new there. Let's take a gander. Steam Library, Steam Apps Common, Captain of Industry. I don't see it here either. Well, let's figure it out. Captain of Industry photo mode. Keyboard controls. Photo camera. Entering photo mode. Let's see. I don't see like a working path. Yeah, I didn't see one either. That's why I assumed it was going to be under Documents and Settings or something. Yeah, when I look up photo mode, it doesn't explicitly say... Does it save it to your Steam profile, maybe? That would be interesting, but I've seen games do that. Captain of Industry. Guide support... No, I don't see anything here. I'm not even too sure what it'd be named. Save as JPEG. Oh, save as... Okay. So save as JPEG. Okay, there's another picture. The Imgur link here on... Oh, I see. The Imgur link. Sure. Okay. Let me get the... No, it's not a link, Myrene. The only thing it sends is the Discord link because you put it in Discord. To be fair, it might be best to just send these pictures to the Discord that you're a member of, and I don't want to be a middleman all stream. Sorry to be picky. But yeah, that would be probably the best place for that to happen, if that's okay. I don't see a start.jpg in Captain of Industry. Yeah, I don't know where it saves. We'll have to message up the Discord for Captain of Industry and see what's what about that. Yeah, I think that's what we'll have to do. Sorry, Zelrus, I am unsure. Look at Q on screen. It's hard to read. Screenshot. Oh, there you go. Oh, it was right there. Look at that. App data. Okay, let's give that a try. App data. Captain of Industry. Screenshots. Yep, sure enough. There you go. That's flippin' teamwork. Okay, well that was fun. Got that figured out. Well done. Yes, when you get home. And then don't forget to shut off the fog and zoom out and everything. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff that can be done with that photo mode for sure. There's also if you wanted to do videos, there's drone mode, which is also really freaking cool. Really freaking cool. Yes, it does. That's how we learn. We learn together. Absolutely. Okay. This goes away. This is no longer needed. This is just water. I don't even know how that's going to happen. I'm not waiting for this. Where's a liquid dump? There's that. Sounds good. Yeah, best place is to really dump it on the Discord server so you can share it with the community, for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, I'll change it in a second there, buddy. You just wait. Now this thing's gonna have to kick out crap tons of salt, so that's fun. Water, no truck. Nope, don't touch. I've got this. Edge to edge dig site totals 7.5 grids. That's pretty crazy. We can just do this. That's fine. Cool. And that. Okay, just get this out of here. The last remnants of an old base. And we've worked out our waste problem. Awesome. That's just unsaltying the water a little bit. So we're good on... Yeah, we're low on corn and potato still. Yep. Corn I'm not worried about because the belt is full of corn, even if the storage is not. Potato, I'm hoping, wakes up a little bit. I've built a new farm. I've upgraded a farm. And I changed a farm from something else to corn, or to potato. We also have all the fertilizer on the planet. So I'm really hesitant to change too much more. Where's another potato guy? You only have the 2 things growing potatoes? 3 things. You start off with so much potato, that's weird. Alright, yep, like I said, kinda hesitant to do too much changing about that for now. Let me guess, this dumps 60 every 60? Yep, cool. Alright. That takes care of that. Why no make? Because aluminum. What's wrong with aluminum? Uh-huh. Cool. Oh, I was transferring that bauxite. First server build. So you're building the mainframe? Or first server build IRL? Because I got opinions on both. Completely constructive, I assure you. Mainframe, cool. Mainframe, heavy. Mainframe has opinions about what -0 means, and I know that firsthand. Okay, now we have aluminum again. Hot dang. Server farm, getting rid of the mainframes. Yay! Cue the Final Fantasy victory music. I mean, yeah, very power hungry. So now this goes away. We have completely cashed out all the sulfur. So whatever sulfur is going to be on this train is what we're bringing in. We cleared it all out from the base because we were obviously producing too much. And we've trimmed that down. So how much sulfur are we talking? Hey, we're talking some sulfur. That's a good deal right there. We're still out of copper? Man. I was hoping we'd be really caught up on that. And don't forget, I have 4 trains doing this route. Yep, I like trains. Yep, that's crazy. They're all 1.4s though, not the 1.6s. Okay, let's start making some steps into uranium, yeah? I know I've been delaying it for a while. Getting this all removed kind of opened that up pretty neat. How much crap do you have in you? I'm just gonna... Oh, you can't just remove waste. Oh, they figured me out. Wouldn't that be funny? Just Unity all your waste here and then just dispose of it this way? That'd be kind of funny. I think that'd be pretty funny. Okay, so what I would like is a shipping thing. And I would like to start talking about uranium. Uranium. We have a lot of gold ore still. So I think for the purposes of we just want a rocket, if you set keep empty to priority 1. I thought I did, didn't I? I did not. Thank you. Perfect. Well, generally empty. Finally nuke. Yep. So, we've kind of chit-chatted about the general consensus. Oh, not there. In the middle. Oh, what the heck? Oh, this is the fuel thing. Oh, I don't care. Yep. Thanks. I went too fast. I asked the chat yesterday what we were thinking about ending this season and starting a new one. Very generally positive. I mean, everyone was very positive, I should say. But it was either go ahead, end it, do what feels right, or try an asteroid first. I wouldn't mind to try an asteroid first. So, food packs into uranium. I was going to do gold into uranium. We have a lot of gold. I'd probably only do this a couple of times. Or, as was brought up, we could do some just harvesting, which might just make this a lot easier. Where is uranium? I think we've got 2. That's coal. That's limestone. I didn't bother repairing it because we had enough. That's a rock mine. Sulfur. You're in here somewhere. I know it. There it is. Uranium. Start repairs. 400. Good lord, that's a lot of money. Congratulations. Cannot unload. Shipyard is full. Where did this come from? I swear to goodness you didn't... Oh, wait, because you just picked it up. Yeah. Okay. I am very smart. Okay, we just need a boatload of that. Yep, which is going. We'll get that built up, and then we'll start mining uranium. We need uranium no matter what, because it is a resource requisite for what comes after. Oh god, I thought there was going to be a collision. Yep, perfect. Okay, we got corn again. Well, had it for a moment. I started making uranium rods ahead of time before even building the reactor. By the time I got to building, I almost had 30,000 rods. That's crazy. Good planning. That's just good planning, for sure. Little corn. Unloading cargo for uranium mine. Awesome. Up to it. What's funny is I might actually run out of diesel. Yeah. 3,000 to 4,000 mox rods sitting in a box. Nice. Nice, nice. How's this coming along? Still alright, yeah. Still alright. Okay. Yeah, we've got a little bit of a backlog of aluminum. Never know when you're gonna need them, yeah. Yep, same. Mine repaired, awesome. We're getting hit up on this power here. I wonder what this is about. $45, yeah, this is all, that's all correct. I don't know anything about the nuclear process. I couldn't help with that. Yep. It's stashed in a box inside of another box. A mox box, if you will. I don't think I'm gonna... Yeah. Oh, 100%, yeah. Unload the crew. I need probably just a small station. Cargo docks. Build a big one anyway. Make like 2 trips. Save on the fuel. Definitely doesn't save on the workers. I'll tell you that right now. It's almost done. Sweet gibbers. Yep. Or you find it. You find it after you bought the new one. Yeah, find it later. Yep. Exactly saying the same thing. Yep. That's fun. That's not frustrating at all. That's a lot of fun. Cool. Want that out of here. Okay, when we get the uranium, let's start talking about that. We're going to get the ore. We're going to crush it large. Let's go over to some green. Crush it large. We have this. We're then going to settling tank. We'll need 2 of these. That's going to make our yellow cake and toxic slurry. Toxic slurry. We already have filter media. We can get some brine. That's easy. 108. That's good enough for... Oh, God, don't build this right now. Arrgh. Arrgh. I'm always in planner mode. Nope. Sorry, mates. Legitimately pretty sorry. That goes there. That goes there. That goes there. Cool. That goes away. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay. 72, 72, 6. What do I do with yellow cake? 2 enrichment plants plus hydrogen fluoride. So I'll take that. How do I make hydrogen fluoride? It is rock and that. It'll make 12. Nope. I wasn't done with that. Thanks. It'll make 12. I need 1. Awesome. Okay, so something like this. So this gets us to yellow cake. Yellow cake gets us to enriched uranium and depleted uranium. What do I do with depleted uranium first? We can bury it. We can dump it. That's it. We can turn it into other stuff later, which I might try to stash a bunch of this first. And then when I have too much, I'll just dump it maybe. But, okay, enriched uranium. What do I do with that? That turns it into uranium rods. So let's grab me one of those. 0.5. 8? Oh my gosh, is that the... I'm not going to build up to 8. Forget that noise. So you're just going to run some of the time. Uranium rods in a nuclear reactor make spent fuel, which is all I really want. Yep. What are we looking price-wise? We've got the cost. That's no problem. Can you? Oh, I guess it defaults to the most expensive one, doesn't it? Yes, that... Perfect. Thank you. That's exactly what I wanted. I keep forgetting that it sometimes that it goes to like the highest thing you can do. Assembly 3. Perfect. Yep. Boof. Thank you. Okay, let's make this look like not crap. With 2 enrichment plants, I suggest assembler 3. Yep. Done deal. Okay, 72. Nope. Some loose. Actually, it's just liquid. Yep, perfect. Okay, we can make that as tight as we want. So that looks like that. It can handle 4. I've been running 4 assembly plants. The funny thing about this is I'm not even doing this for the nuclear energy or for the steam that'll come from the energy. I literally just want to get the spent fuel so I can make the next thing. I find that pretty funny. I know it probably infuriates a lot of people, but I find this just comical on its own face. You're gonna make acid. Nope, you're not a settling. I don't need that. I need a mixer. Mixer is there. Thank you. Acid it up. 36 is more than enough. Nope. Pipe 1 good. Pipe 1 good. Pipe 1 fine. That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, those are some sweet numbers right there. Okay. That's there. That's there. That's one piece of the puzzle complete. I need water, probably in a bunch of steps, right? We're going to get water. I'll need some water to start, though. You're going to need water to create and do the thing. 80 workers. My God. Okay. We'll deal with that in a minute. I'm not ready right now. We'll deal with that in a minute. I might see if I can clean this up a little bit already. How does that look? And actually, we don't need level 2 belts. Level 1 belts will be fine. Thanks. Okay. Let's get some storage. You're going to be for that. I also need sulfur and water. Let's get us a sulfur. Sulfur, yep. Uranium ore, yep. No mind control. Hey, that's excellent. Okay, good stuff. So that's copper, more or less. Let's get in here a little bit more. Nope. Let's get in here just a little bit more. When I do the switchover, I want to be able to start hitting copper immediately. That would be the ideal. So this can easily trim into there without causing any ruckus. There without causing any ruckus, and something like that. Only to start, but it's water positive if you use desalinators. I'll have to look into that. I've not gotten that far in the math. But thank you for that. And not because mixed cargo. Yep, because this is full of copper. Yep, for sure. I know I overloaded this to the limit. But pretty soon we're going to be kind of out of this whole copper thing. If you could knock this down like that, that'd be good. Okay, potato. Yep, we're getting corn back. Awesome. So that's just going to sit for a while. That can go away. Back to this. Back to this. Let's get a water. Just for the blueprint's sake. There's that. I actually might want to do this a little differently. You don't need water, do you? Nope. Alright, that doesn't matter. Something like that. Yep, do it again. Thank you. Okay. Now, this is going to be a bit of a mess, but I'm pretty alright with it. Let's see how we can get this going on. So, this... Yep, this looks like this. That makes the most sense. Level 2 would be great. Down one. There we go. That looks so much better. I like straight lines. If I'm gonna mess with anything looking aesthetic, I like the straight lines. I like the way that looks. Okay, this might shove down there. Might put that there. Something like that. I think that looks pretty good so far. Okay. I need to, unfortunately, put an abrupt halt to the stream. The family stuff that I mentioned before is going to start kicking off way earlier than I thought. I do apologize for keeping this one short. But here's what we're going to do. What did we accomplish this session? Just like a quick snapshot of what we got going on. More rail stuff? I'm not sure. I don't know what I really did today. Oh, let's show, yeah, the vehicle parts. Yeah, very slimmed up. Right there. That's a good shot right there. Yeah, there goes that. Okay, we are going to go raid. I see Casimir is on. We're going to give him a quick raid. Thank you all for showing up and saying hi and the great conversation, everything. Again, I apologize for keeping this one short, but we'll wrap up, and I hope to see you all next time. Hey there, guys, gals, fans, and pals. Thanks for checking out my video. I also want to take a moment to thank all my supporters and donators, and if you'd like to join up with me and game with my crew, all the information to get connected is in the description below. Thanks again, and I hope to catch you next time.